Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, 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 every day I'm hustling.
The big Charlo want to get it too?
So Charlo would be the alternative?
He don't want to get in the ring with me because he's a pussy, that's why.
Let me just at least risk this.
When Benavidez gets cooking, it's like fighting an octopus.
El Bandera Roja, David Benavidez.
I'm the boogeyman, and I'm coming to get you.
Everybody that's in 168, you know, I'm coming for everybody. It doesn't matter who it is. Charlo, Caleb Plant, Canelo, I'm coming for all of them.
Canelo a hell of a fighter. But it's my personal opinion, he's ducking Benavidez.
I think everybody wants to see me against Canelo, right?
David Benavidez.
Yo,
This brother right here. I'd like to see Canelo against somebody like that.
I definitely like punishing and hurting individuals. That's what I love to do.
And now Benavidez unloading.
I got a lot of power too, and I throw punches and punches, and I don't get tired.
Here's a jab, leads with the right, and there's that hand speed.
I'm ready to fight whoever, whenever. I can beat Canelo tomorrow, and I can beat Charlo tomorrow too. The big Charlo want to get it too?
So Charlo would be the alternative?
He don't want to get in the ring with me because he's a pussy, that's why.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
I've never liked Caleb Plant. It's never been a secret. I never liked Caleb Plant. At the end of the day, I'm not nobody's friend. I don't want to be nobody's friend. I'm here to knock people out. And if you don't want to get knocked out, don't mention my name. In this game, it really is kill or be killed. You know, it's either you or me, and I pick me all the time.
Finish him.
SDS Promotion.
I'm the boogeyman, and I'm coming to get you.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, welcome back. Are you ready to go down under?
El Bandera.
Are you? Nah, I'm not, man. Shit got real.
I'm ready.
The news is broke. Breaking news. Devin Haney, George Kambosos. It's real. It's going down. It's happening June 5th, exactly how we said. A 3-fight deal with Top Rank. 2 fights with Kambosos. If Devin Haney wins, he's got to fight in Australia a second time. And if Devin Haney wins a second time, he's got to fight Lomachenko because he is baby Jesus and he gets all the opportunities. You know, I'm just saying, when Sean Porter fought his mandatory Kell Brook and Kell Brook beat him, ask me what happened to Sean Porter.
I guarantee you he wasn't Kell Brook's mandatory.
You're absolutely right. He wasn't Kell Brook's mandatory immediately after, and he also was dropped from the top 15. But baby Jesus, I don't know. My man becomes the mandatory, decides he's not going to take his mandatory position. He's going to be, I don't know, what is it, a prideful man and go and support his country and go to war. And somehow he's given a golden ticket right back. So when he's done with the war, Devin must face him. I know people don't want to hear this because people hate that you bring up their double standards. When Canelo was asked to sign a 3-fight deal with PBC that would have been just as good as this in the sense of the fights. In the sense of the fights, you know? Because it's not like Devin Haney versus Kambosos or Loma are bad fights. Those are good fights in the top of the division. Just like Benavidez and Canelo and Charlo. But everyone was mad at Al for offering a multi-fight deal. No one's mad. The double standards continue, and it just, man, I swear, if there's one thing that I hate in boxing, it's that. I'm always so optimistic, but the double standards, the unfair treatment to a certain type of fighter, it's getting crazy. And you spilled that. It's getting crazy, and it continues to happen, and it's sad, man. It's really sad that everybody's like, oh no, Haney should He should take the deal. He should be in a 3-fight deal. If he wants to be undisputed, but when it was Canelo, no, he's Canelo. He don't have to sign. Plant's the one that got to do, and it's just a double standard all the time.
Tell us how you really feel, champ.
Nah, honestly, I'm very upset. It's whack, man. It's really whack, man. I'm going to say it right now, I hope Devin beats Kambosos once or twice and drops them belts and moves up. We've been new since my interview with Samson Lewickovic. Samson's been putting out there that it's hard for Devin to make weight. He most recently said it again when Bill was here. I told Bill that he said that and that he said that he didn't think he would get this fight. You know, Samson's been saying this for some time now. Fuck it. Let's prove him right. Let's prove him right. You know, because I don't see Josh Teller, right? Why is he not fighting Ramirez again? Like, I don't even get none of this right here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Devin, to chase greatness, has to get in a ridiculous contract because I don't even know what the money is. Let's be real. It just came out today that Shakur Stevenson, the fucking blue chipper, supposed to be gold medalist, silver medalist, star, the only real star left on Top Rank unless I'm overlooking someone other than Tyson Fury. He's taking short money to fight Valdez. Like, what is this sport about? Just because I'm better than you, I got to take less money because you're scared to get in the ring with me.
Nah, but look, Ness.
It's bullshit. It's not even, they take the fun out the sport.
Well, I'm glad you brought Shakur up because when I heard that, I was baffled.
Yeah.
I was baffled, but both examples of these young, great men just goes to show how bad they want it.
No. It just shows that there is a double standard to the young African American. Both of these men are young. Both of these men are African American. Both of these men are highly skilled. And both of these men got to take a pay cut because you scared to get your ass whooped. Because you know you're going to get your ass whooped, so you want more money for it to happen. Coward shit. But Ray the Business was good.
What's up, guys? Mic check.
1 2 1 2.
What's up? So what's the topic? What are we talking about? We talking about the deal finalized?
The deal finalized. Shakur came out, and now he taking short money to get the Valdez fight. It's just, you know, Floyd had to take short money to get the Oscar fight. It's just like the same shit over and over, man. But I don't know. You could talk about anything. There's a lot of fights. Tim Tszyu looked good, even though he got off the floor. I mean, so much. Adorno out here capping like he won. You seen that post he put?
Nah, get out of here.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, even post like, yo, something. You seen how they laughed? They booed at him when they said he won. Yo, and he got like a post of him like hugging fans and dapping people up. It's crazy out in these fucking streets.
I ain't see that. We'll get to that. Ray, your thoughts? We've been saying it.
Can we zoom Ray out a little instead of so in? Because he's like,
he would have to just back up.
Oh, back up a little, right?
Yeah,
that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. A little. I mean, because you was looking like your head was bigger than everybody's. I'm like, whoa. I mean, no homo. Excuse me. No, because these young guys. It's these young guys. We don't say that. I'm fucking 40-something. This young guy. Look at what he said.
Yeah, but Ray, we've been saying it. It'll be June 5th in Australia. Prime time, June 4th. Here,
AJ contract.
Here in the U.S., just your thoughts, man. 3-fight deal.
Rematch has to take place in Australia. First fight has to take place in Australia. Third fight, if Devin wins, must be Lomachenko.
Wow. Okay. So I didn't know these details.
It's a one-way rematch, by the way.
Yeah, only Kambosos.
So if Kambosos loses, he has to fight. Devin has to fight him again in Australia.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. Listen, man, I'm not that upset about it. I mean, I know we have different opinions about this whole situation with Devin and the WBC title and all of that kind of stuff. I think, look, man, he's still very young. He has his whole future ahead of him. So if this is a 3-fight deal or, you know, whatever it is, You know, that'll be over by the time he's 25, and then he has the rest of his career. And if he completes all of this like he thinks he's going to, this will be what he needs to really catapult his career and launch it into a new stratosphere, I believe.
24. He'll be 24 by the time he gets through this 3-fight deal. Don't you think it's a little ridiculous though? The contract stipulations, you know, the deal is signed now. It is official, but in order for it to get official, Devin Haney was put on a 48-hour like deadline.
He had to prove vaccination.
He had to prove
to
the Victorian government. Like, it was a 48-hour thing. Anybody who's been tested, who's been vaccinated, knows it takes time to get things scheduled, knows it takes time to be able to get these things done. What are your thoughts on all the stipulations that are against, you know, for Haney?
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming that he got that all squared away and everything's good with that, you know, or else they wouldn't have been able to make the fight happen. But I'm not surprised by it because I've seen that Australia has been probably one of the strictest nations when it comes to all the guidelines and the procedures they go through. I mean, a lot of these guys that are fighting out of Australia, when they go back home, they have to quarantine for 2 weeks, mandatory, whether they're positive, negative. And even that, to me, it's just craziness. So any rules that they just kind of throw out about COVID and the restrictions or whatever, I'm not surprised by it at all. But it seems like they got it squared away, so I don't really think it's that big of a deal. I mean, do you guys?
We're just mentioning the fact on all the loopholes that have been presented in front of Devin Haney and now apparently in front of Shakur Stevenson in order to get the recognition and respect that they deserve.
I'm just a little lost, right? So Loma's this big star, right? Because that's what people are saying. Like, that's the excuse as to why Loma was even in the conversation with Kambosos, because he's internationally known. He's a bigger name, more money, they say. But he doesn't sell more tickets than Devin Haney. And he hasn't been on pay-per-view. But this third alleged fight, if Devin is to win twice, that will be ESPN pay-per-view. Go figure. Now Loma's a pay-per-view star, but he needs Haney. It's crazy. I'm telling you. This is so crazy to me, but look, they got to do what they got to do. About an hour ago.
They're not selling this on pay-per-view.
Well, because they're getting that Australian TV money.
And the Victorian government is putting a lot of money into this fight, which was one of the reasons that they stepped in to request that vaccination proof and proof of intent. So as far as money, a lot of money coming in from the Victorian government, and that's, you know, what our sources confirmed to us from both sides.
Devin Haney an hour ago tweeted undisputed June 5th, inshallah, which is God willing. So.
Yeah, I mean, listen, like I said, you know, this is a clear path for him to become a star if he isn't a star already, right? I mean, I'm sure we'll disagree on it, but some can argue that if he wins this fight, he might have one of the easiest routes to undisputed that there has been. So I know a lot of people make a big deal out of the
easiest route.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot.
He
of people
was ducked by two people and possibly Kambosos did. Kambosos and his team did everything for Devin not to take this fight. They did everything for him not to take this fight. So how can you call this an easy path when 3 fighters avoided you to get here? Like, you literally had to sign a 3-fight.
But now they're fighting.
All right, but you're saying he would have had the easiest path. So I'm saying
when you look at his resume, right? In order to get that WBC title, I don't think it's a hard argument to say that wasn't the hardest path to win that WBC title and be elevated to that WBC title.
No, I agree. I don't think it was a hard pill for Lomachenko to swallow to accept franchise status rather than face Devin Haney, who now he wants to fight on pay-per-view. Go figure.
And then
he was a good little fighter then, and we couldn't fight him. This is
he
hilarious.
fought, then he fought Gamboa, who a lot of people would say was past his day. Then he fought Linares, who had gotten knocked out in the first round before that. So a lot of people will call that damaged goods.
Knocked out in the first round before that by Kano, a naturally bigger fighter. Context is king.
Yeah, but it is what it is.
No, you're right. A bigger man.
And then, Jojo, that's a good fight, Olympian, but he's still a smaller guy. I know a lot of the times, Nest, you'll be the first one to bring up, oh, he's a 126 pounder. So, and then a lot of people don't even give Kambosos his just due in saying that, oh, this was a fluke victory, whatnot. So all I'm here to say is that if there are Devin Haney doubters and there are people that want to pick these holes into his resume, then if he wins these fights and goes down this route, then we can't say anything. We can't say nothing. We have to sit back and we have to say, you know what? He's the man.
But do you think it's fair that he should have to go through all these stipulations? Like, Devin is the WBC lightweight champ. I'm not saying that their website says it. But yet, if he goes and becomes undisputed, why does the rematch have to be in Australia? Why do we need to tie ourselves to a third fight? You know what I'm saying? It's like...
No, yeah, absolutely. I don't necessarily think that's fair, but that's the beautiful thing about leverage, right? I got what you want, so you're going to meet me at my terms.
Yeah, except it's a double standard, right? Because Caleb had what Canelo wanted, but the world said Canelo shouldn't have to sign a 3-fight deal. But Devin,
but you know what?
But Devin, he has to.
Yeah, but while you are correct in that, what I will say is that Canelo's paid his dues, and I don't think there's an argument against that. I would say there is an argument to say that Devin hasn't necessarily done that.
So if Canelo's paid his dues, then he didn't have to go with Al. He could have stayed where he had been fighting at. He could have not took the deal with Al, and Caleb could have went over. But that's not what happened.
Well, again, the beautiful thing about leverage, Caleb's got what Canelo wanted, the IBF strap. So a lot of people, when they say, "Oh, why is Canelo taking this deal? Why doesn't he take the PBC deal?"
No, but that's exactly
because they got what he wants.
That's exactly what I'm getting at. All right, cool. George, you got 3 of the 4 titles. I am Devin. I have the 4th title in the WBC title. I'll come to you. Cool. June 5th. But then if I beat you, if Devin beats George, then who has what who wants? Haney would then have what George wants, but yet he's the one giving up a lot in order for that rematch to happen. You get what I'm saying?
It's a double standard, and he's ignoring it, and it's fine. When you get a person that wants to ignore the simple double standard that is obviously there, you just let it go, man. I'm telling you, it's like the whole AJ thing, right? AJ fought Vlad for a vacant title unification, and he got glorified. Canelo fought vacant title unification with Callum, and he got shit on. Double standards in boxing left and right, but, people just pick what side of the street they're on. I'm always down the middle. I keep it real, man. When it was a vacant title for AJ, I talk shit, Same way when it was Callum and his WBC vacant title, same thing now,
At least Callum was a champion already, though.
Yes. AJ's was worse because Vlad was off an 18-month layoff. But again, he got glorified. But we got a couple super chats. Let's get to them. He said, dude talking negative after Haney gets his shot. This is what's wrong with boxing. Why can't we sell the journey instead of the narrative? I don't know exactly what he's talking about. But, I'm the boxing voice, the voice of the people. So I got to tell the people the truth. I got to let you know when obviously so many of you don't see the double standard. You don't see that only the Devins and Shakurs and Floyd Mayweathers, have to take short money. They wanted Wilder to take short money. They wanted Wilder to be the first person in big fight history to take a flat fee. I'm telling you. And I'm never the dude that pulls the race card, but they all have one thing in common. It's just sad. It's sad. I mean, I've been doing this shit for more than 10 years. I never do that. I never talk race, but it's crazy now. It's just crazy now. It's like left and right. You got to go through these hoops of fire to get a fight where if you Mexican, you got it. If you Irish, you got it. If you're from the UK, you got it. If you Luke Campbell, you could get a shot at Lomachenko, but if you're Devin and the mandatory, you don't? Make it make sense. None of this shit makes sense, man. It's crazy. We supposed to be happy today, but the details of this deal are so depressing and disappointing that this sport continues to do this to the people that love it, because I don't know many white people from the inner city. Boxing has always been an inner city sport. So I don't get why they shit on the dudes that need it the most.
No,
my biggest fight of my career. So society tells me because I want the biggest fight of the career, because I want to chase great, I got to take less money.
No,
but Valdez, in his biggest fight of his career, he gets the biggest check. Somebody make it make sense to me.
No, and obviously there is good things about this fight being official, right? There is good things about it.
Disappointing.
And there's things that I really like about the deal. But the double standard is something that just jumps out.
See, look, Ness, shut the fuck up. Your boy finally got the fight. But you've been ducking him. Loma ducked him. You wanted me to shut up. Teo ducked him. Shut up. Kambosos put a slave contract out there. Shut up. Shut up and take it. Why? Why is it like that for them? This is crazy. It's bullshit, I'm telling you.
So
very sad.
Let me ask you guys.
My man got to sign to 2 promoters. You know that. It's not just Top Rank, because you motherfuckers don't want me to talk because you don't want to hear the truth. He don't got to just sign a Tom Prank. He's in a co-promotion with Lou DiBella too. Like, all this is okay with you motherfuckers because it's not Canelo, it's not AJ, it's not a certain A-side fighter. It's like so crazy.
And it's before Lou signed whatever deal it is that he signed with Pro Bellum. You and I are on record on the show pointing out how
the alliance that he had with Top Rank and that this was coming.
Lou was sending his fighters to Top Rank. From our understanding and from what we were told, it was Lou's idea for this offer to be put on the table to be made on behalf of Top Rank.
Of course.
The fight is made. We're going to Australia. And now it's time for Devin to prove what he's been saying and continue doing exactly what he's been doing each and every time he steps into the ring. Can I get a screen share, please, Trav?
Are you on Amazon right now?
No.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's bugged out on your computer.
Okay. Not sure why.
So for you guys who have
just
spoken
close it
to
and reopen.
Who have spoken to the sources, right? Do we have, or do you guys have any insight on the negotiation process that went into this yet?
Yeah, everything that we just said.
So really quick, Ray, just want to show everybody at home joining us on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. This is ESPN and ESPN Ringside's post announcing the fight. And right here, Vasyl Lomachenko commenting, "I am next."
Yeah.
Obviously, he chose to stay in Ukraine, defend his country, and which is what led to this and why we now have a fight on our hands June 5th. We're good, Trev. Go ahead, Ray.
Yeah, so, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, when we're talking about this deal that he's got, do I think it's fair? No. But did he sign it? And he signed it. So that's something where should he have negotiated a little bit better? Because what was Kambosos' other option?
There really wasn't another one. There really wasn't.
Yeah, I don't believe that. Lou came on this show and made it clear that they would have Kambosos fight someone slightly above the top or underneath the top 10 in Australia. It's no mandatory. He don't got no mandatory. Loma's the mandatory and he can't fight. Kambosos is free to have a voluntary with anybody he wants.
Yeah, well, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't really think it's not the best deal for Haney by far. But if he wins all of these fights, which he very well can, because I do believe in the skills of Haney. I didn't say I didn't. So if he wins all these fights, now he's the guy. And like Danny said, he'll be 24 years old and the guy. So now he has the rest of his career to issue fights on his terms the way he wants to.
Yeah, man, I get all that. That's the optimistic side of it, you know. Oh, well, get through this shitty contract that normally no one has to take, and there'll be a pot at the end of the rainbow. Yeah, that's true. But I didn't see Canelo have to do this.
And let's be clear, as far as, and just, because we do have to play devil's advocate. As far as the short money, we did see Canelo have to do that, right?
With what?
I mean, he took short money in the Cotto fight.
Yeah, but this is none of these fights are can be compared to undisputed. This is all the marbles. This is all the attention. One Cotto fight or one Trout fight is not every single belt, which everyone was campaigning. Oh, this is for all the belts. He just wants the belt. He doesn't want to sign. They were defending Canelo like that was their son. Fuck out of here. It's a double standard. They didn't want. And then look, oh, no, he shouldn't sign an Al 3-fight deal. Oh, my God, no. Then he turns around, signs a 3-fight deal with Matchroom, and there's nobody complaining. There's no one saying, oh, well, he signed a 3-fight. No, it's all right. It's all good. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to say that it's a double standard, but at the end of the day, like, if you take the negotiation powers of a Canelo and the negotiation powers of a Devin Haney, it's not on the same level.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know
what about Shakur? Who's the biggest star, Shakur or Valdez?
It's an argument there.
Oh, make the argument. I'll make it for Shakur. You make it for Valdez, since you think there's an argument.
Okay.
My guy.
Is there a whole country behind Shakur?
Yeah, America.
If you ask 9 out of 10 people on the street, or 10 out of 10 people who's saying, hey, you know who Shakur Stevenson is? How many people are going to say it?
I bet you if we ask the same 10, do they know Valdez? They won't.
If you ask them,
are we going to Mexico? Are we going to Mexico to ask Valdez? So let's go to North. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about?
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you as the Mexican, bro. A lot of these people don't know these cats. They're not.
They don't know Valdez. My man got a zoo. But moving on.
If you go to where Valdez is from,
they don't got streets.
Cool.
He got dirt roads where he from. Man, I ain't trying to hear that shit.
No, I'm saying regardless, whatever they got. You go to where he's from, yeah, people may know him. Just like if you go to Newark, people are gonna know
exactly
Shakur. But if you go,
you telling me I'm gonna go to fucking Riviera Maya on vacation and say Valdez, and everybody's gonna be like, yeah, he trains down the street. Get the fuck out of here, bro. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
They're gonna say, yeah, I drink his tea.
yeah. The beautiful double standard of a guy testing positive right before a fight, still being able to fight, and then gets probation to continue to fight and remain champion.
Check the super chats. I see a couple, but I don't know where you left off.
Luis Ortiz tested positive, right? And it was for alleged high blood pressure, and he got stripped, and he lost his mandatory position against AJ.
I thought it was Deontay Wilder.
No, it was AJ in the WBA.
WBA, yup.
Was it?
Yep.
Because didn't he pop against Wilder too? And then that was when Wilder had his whole breakdown.
Sure did. I got Fred Robinson that says, "Preach, Ness. The double standard is real. Young bros always gotta to do extra." It's crazy, but it's true. Brandon Marie says, instead of being happy the fight got made and Devin can finally prove his greatness, Ness complaining that the road isn't paved in gold. Shaking my head. I hate fans. Yeah, because again, that's what they want us to do. Be quiet of the unfair treatment so that it can continue to happen in the dark. This contract was in the dark. These details are in the dark. We're bringing it to light and you're telling me to shut up because you don't want justice. You don't want equality. You're a fucking lapdog. Let me shut up before I say more, man. Yo, you terrible, man. Fucking punk. Those are punks right there. I'm sorry. I could never stand for some bullshit. Oh, just shut up, man. He got the fight.
Well, look, I do want to
punk shit.
Was that okay? I do want to get to the things I like about it right now. I do like that the deal is with ESPN.
Yeah, more exposure.
You know, only the biggest sports network in the world, definitely a lot of exposure. And given that it is 3 fights, that means he gets exposure throughout.
Look at his hater. Valdez was in the. He ain't no silver medalist. Arguably should have been gold. You can't compare the two. The A-side had to take less money because of the double standard in boxing. Dude's still in the chat trying to make it right. Get the fuck out of here. Everybody know Valdez ducked Shakur. So he got to take less money to whoop his ass because he's scared to get his ass whooped. All you Mexicans out there should be embarrassed. I would disown that little yellow motherfucker. Yellow because he a coward, FYI. Got to ask for more money to get in the ring. I got to take a pay cut to beat your ass. That shit, it ain't business. It's pussy shit.
So back, before you cut me off, I like the fact that it is.
If Shakur ain't crying about it, Mr. Steal Your Chin, why is it out? It's out on ESPN. Someone said it. But you a Tank fan, and that's what you going to want him to do when it's time to fight Tank, right? Because I know that. Let's put money right now. Shakur going to mop everybody except Devin. Hopefully they never got to fight. They both my guys.
No, but I do like the exposure.
Who's a bigger fan base? When's the last time you bought a Valdez pay-per-view?
He ain't never fought on pay-per-view.
Okay, so how the fuck they telling me that Valdez got a bigger fan base? When the last time he main evented? Where was it at?
In
Phoenix? Phoenix? Come on, man. Yo, you dudes are lie about anything. That boy ain't no fucking star. His mama tell him he a star. Better get out of here. My mom think I'm a star. Y'all terrible, man.
My mom definitely thinks I'm a star. God damn it.
For real. These dudes out here straight tripping.
But look, really quick, Ness. Let me just run through this shit real quick. 3-fight deal with ESPN. They're saying that possibility for the 3rd fight against Loma to be on the ESPN pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I like the fact that ESPN's platform, but they got to do it the right way. They got to really give them that exposure, really push it during all these different, bro. I watch other sports. ESPN is the holy grail. They got to be able to, they really have to push it. They need to get him on Max on Boxing. They need to get him, what's the Stephen A shit? First Take. They got to do
First Take. He's going to be on everything. Sports
right. They didn't even put Wilder and fucking Fury on First Take and Max Boxing, bro. Bro, come on, man. You guys are, he's going to get more exposure on ESPN. Those guys are dinosaurs over there, man. They need new blood. When's the last time we seen a regular fighter not named fucking Fury or Cotto or Terrence Crawford on Max Boxing?
They just had Berlanga on.
Really?
Yeah, his fight week.
About fucking time.
Yeah.
About time. He
Teo's been on there a couple times.
He could use it.
Teo's been on there a couple times. My point is that,
but it's a top rank in ESPN thing. They should be using that avenue a lot more.
A lot more, and
especially the Stephen A. Smith avenue.
And you know what? Let me tell you. You know what avenue I think would be even more beneficial, guys? I think the Ariel Helwani avenue. Ariel Helwani is an MMA god. He is very well respected. His show does extremely well. I love the product. I am a consumer of Ariel Helwani's product, and I like how he's brought in Clarissa Shields. Granted, Clarissa was fighting PFL, but that right there, that crossover right there, it's combat sports. To me, that's an avenue that they have not touched on enough with their fighters, and they should. Like, this is literally combat sports. Ariel Helwani has to have, and this is me assuming, so if I'm correct, please roast me in the chat, but Ariel Helwani has to have the biggest MMA show out there.
I don't know, man.
I believe so.
Segudo told me that shit boring. He like, man, all they do is long-ass interviews, man.
They do long-ass interviews, but, they break it up and whatnot. But I agree with you, Danny. I like, I'm a consumer of MMA media, so I watch Helwani. I watch Morning Combat. That's another one. It's the CBS Sports Showtime one, and they had David Benavidez on there the other day with a long, I think it was at least 25-minute interview. I agree with you completely. They need to do all of that kind of stuff. Ariel lately, he's had Tyson Fury, Canelo. He's had Eddie Hearn on there. He had Eddie Hearn in studio. That's big for. That's
what I'm saying.
He had Jake Paul and my man Tyrone Woodley.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That they need to take advantage of the ESPN, everything that they have to offer. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
There's no way in hell that ESPN, why isn't Shakur why don't they take him to LA for the day on one of the ESPN games that are at the Staples Center, whether it be the Lakers or the Clippers? Why haven't they pushed him?
Why can't he shoot the first foul shot or some shit? Half game, half court shot. Shakur Stevens, world champion, ladies and gentlemen. He's gonna take the half court shot, and now everybody's like, "Who Shakur?" Google. Nah, they don't have any. They're not innovative, bro. But I know you don't like being cut off, but we do got some super chats. So just remember.
We'll get to those super chats, but. All I'm saying is they need to take advantage, right? I was in Atlanta when Shakur went and fought Jamel Herring for his title and defeated Jamel. I love the atmosphere, but to me, that fight was not promoted properly. To me, that fight didn't get the recognition it deserved. There's no way that a fight in late October isn't being pushed on fucking Monday Night Football every goddamn Monday during the ESPN game. It makes zero fucking sense. Let's keep in mind Sunday Night Baseball as well on ESPN makes no fucking sense. People right there, you have NFL Monday night. There's nothing else going on Monday nights in the fall that people are tuned into more than Monday Night Football. Guess what? The baseball games as well. Come on, bro. People start watching baseball in September, in October. Why wasn't that fight promoted more? I watch all sports. I wasn't seeing the push for that fight. That was a big fight. I'm glad and I'm happy I was there, but it showed. It showed in the attendance, and it showed in the traction online as well. They really need to push these guys. Shakur is fucking special. Special. Devin is special. There's no way Top Rank shouldn't be making their money with these guys. If they would push them properly, these guys are stars.
So when we see this type of promotion not really, go up to what it really can be, do we start thinking, this guy Terrence Crawford, maybe he's onto something? Because when it comes to the young Puerto Rican guy, the young Puerto Rican star in Berlanga, they're pushing him to the moon. And a lot of people would say that he's got a pretty padded record.
No, his record. What world champion has he fought? Like
Jesse's an idiot. My man tried to clean it up and say yellow because he's a coward, bruh. I'm light skinned and my mom is the color of Ray. Like, what the fuck? What else? What else can I say yellow for? What else does yellow stand for? You either yellow belly coward or you're high yellow because you're light skinned. The fuck is he talking about?
Look, man.
Lack of culture with you people is sad.
To me, like I said, they need to really use these networks and really push these guys. Like, for example, a lot of you may laugh. I watch women's college basketball, right? Which the entire tournament is on ESPN networks. Ask me how many commercials I've seen for Shakur and Oscar.
None.
I haven't seen not one fucking commercial. Like, not one commercial. It's ridiculous. It's unacceptable. And I guess we'll see how long it goes on for, right? Because if it continues to go on, because let's keep in mind, Top Rank hasn't been with ESPN that long. But if it does indeed continue to go on, then maybe Terrence Crawford was onto something. And another thing with Terrence Crawford is funny. He was on First Take more when Top Rank was with HBO than now with Top Rank being with ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame too, man, because ESPN, I mean, that's where you want to be.
Of course.
If you know what I mean. When you bring up the MMA, you look what happened ever since UFC made their ESPN deal. They've gone through the roof. They've doubled their company, but Top Rank, for whatever reason, can't get it together.
And let me tell you, monetarily, they've made money. But Ray, if you're an MMA guy, and I'm a casual MMA guy, let me throw that out there. But if you're an MMA guy just as much as me, then you know the quality of fights we've gotten since the company was sold and since they got that ESPN deal is not the quality of fights it used to be before then. You know, the quality of fights, in my opinion, have decreased.
You think so?
From ESPN?
From the UFC fights, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, on the UFC standpoint, absolutely. I mean, 2015, 2016, 2017, I want to say 2017 is when they sold. That's when we were getting banging fights. John Jones, DC. We were getting Conor and Diaz. Conor and Eddie Alvarez. Ronda Rousey and Amanda Nunes. Like, come on, man. We were getting some fucking banger fights.
All right. Let me get to these super chats before he goes on this UFC tangent. We got Steven Smith that says, Gervonta 2-fight deal with Top Rank, Teo and Ramirez. Fire emoji, alert emoji. Yeah, man. That is one of our topics. We might as well get to it. Gervonta Tank Davis announced, obviously, that he is a free agent. And Mayweather came out and responded courtesy of Fight Hype. Yep. Fight Hype did a phone interview with Mayweather. And, he basically, said he feels he's done a good job with Tank, but every relationship runs its course. I do have the audio, and I'll be playing it in just a segundo.
And for those of you who haven't checked it out, we'll play that audio, but head over to Fight Hype to check out this interview that Ben Thompson did with TBE, Floyd Mayweather.
Nothing lasts forever. I will always love Tank. I like him, love him, look at him like a son. He has to do what's best for him. I feel like I've done a great job thus far. I mean, just building him and putting him in good fights, great fights. And he's steady growing, he's steady learning, and I'm proud of him. Nothing.
So like he said, nothing lasts forever. We asked each other this question already. Can he do it on his own? I'm not sure that he can. There's so many details that we don't know. Obviously, it's true. He's no longer with Mayweather. It's the last fight, but we don't know about the Al situation. Is he with Al? And, will he remain with Al?
Right. No, that's obviously up in question. I will say, shout out to Ben Thompson and shout out to Fight Hub. Definitely was not.
All right.
Sorry about that.
Fast trigger Trav.
Yeah, Trav back there fucking up.
Nah, he fixed it with the fast trigger, I said.
Oh, okay.
But go ahead. You were saying?
Yeah, no, I was just surprised to hear Floyd respond in such a quick manner. Were you surprised by how...
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like they're done, though. I think if he wouldn't have responded, there would have been a possibility of a re-signing, but it must be known amongst them that it's over, because you're right. He did respond quickly rather than fix the situation, re-sign him.
Right.
Like, what? You know, you said it. It's AJ, I mean, Canelo, AJ, fucking Tank.
No.
Well, Earl Tank.
Earl is definitely up there.
No, not up there. Earl Tank, man. Earl has sold, legitimately more pay-per-views than Tank each time.
No, and not just the pay-per-views. We've seen it with the ticket sales. What I'm saying is, like, to me, they're right there next to each other, right? They're not far apart. They're drawing attractions. They're stars, The people love them, and it shows. It shows in the ticket sales. It shows in their fan engagement through social media. It shows through pay-per-view sales. And Gervonta, to me, maybe perhaps has now realized this, has realized that, hey, maybe I could make more money doing my own thing. He has GTD Promotions.
He posted that. You seen that? He posted GTD Promotions like a day ago.
Which he's had for his last couple of fights.
But he's insinuating we doing our own thing.
And I wouldn't be surprised if that does happen. I know he does have a couple fighters with him.
His sister too, right? Don't he got a sister?
No, that's Kenny Ellis's daughter.
Okay.
Yep, Mia Ellis. But nonetheless, maybe he's seen what other people have done. Maybe he's seen what Devin has done, and like, look, it's worked for him. Maybe
I just think it's a whole different. All right, what Devin's done has worked for him, but Devin ain't on pay-per-view.
No,
Devin's ticket sales ain't what Tank's was.
No, and that's what I'm saying. So if you're a Tank who has been on pay-per-view,
I'm nervous for him.
If you're a Tank who has been on pay-per-view, if you're a Tank who does sell tickets, and you see what Devin is doing, don't you think he could be like, yo, I could make way more money doing my own thing, no?
Yes, he can think that, but you need someone to drive that vehicle. He is a fighter. He's got to fight.
No, absolutely, and that's what I'm saying. Maybe the same way on a co-promotion deal.
Look, I hope it works.
Look, let me tell you, Bob has him from 30 to 40, guys. Bob has him from 30 to 40. Stevenson, Valdez, you got Devin now. You got Tio. You got Josh Taylor. You got
Ramirez.
You got Ramirez. You got Kambosos. Well, you don't have Kambosos. Well, for the next two fights at least. You have
Barboza,
Cepeda, Loma. Like, come on, man. Like, and the same thing I said with ESPN just now, as far as using that machine for Devin, using that machine for Shakur, he could always go over there and use that machine for himself.
I got Jay Miller who says, when has Canelo done anything like this? Yeah, as far as making someone sign a 3-fight deal, never. AJ has done more like this. AJ gives you the 2-fight deal with the two rematch one-way clause, So, yeah, I don't know. Can you remember Canelo doing anything close to this in negotiations?
Off the top of my head, no.
Okay.
But off the top of my head, I cannot. To me, Gervonta's in a great place right now. Obviously, his fight with Rolly Romero will be part of the WA's process of eliminating some of these unnecessary titles. So Romero holding that WBA interim lightweight belt, while Gervonta holds a WBA regular lightweight belt. Kambosos holding the super, and it opens up possibilities for Gervonta. Like, if you're top rank, why would you not want to at least reach out?
But that's the thing. So now we're saying it's okay for Top Rank to want to sign Tank to a 3-fight deal, and that's okay. He's his own entity. He's the only one out of all of them doing pay-per-views. Like, why would he want to be tied down?
See, and I don't think it would be a multiple fight deal. And if it is, then obviously they'll probably have a layout similar to what Devin has, as far as like, okay, this guy, then this guy. But they got the names. They got the names from 30 to 40. That's no question. So what divisions has Gervonta won any form of a title in? 30, 35, and 40. To me, that's just the route that makes sense.
Mad Bet in Kansas City. Devin beats George Kambosos. Someone get Rashidi a fight. The summer belongs to Keith, though. You think Keith coming back? You think we really gonna get that Crawford fight in the summer?
You know, that's another possibility. We did a show on the
froze. Are you froze, Ray?
I can't hear him for some reason. Stand by.
Okay.
Ray, stand by. We cannot hear you, champ. But fuck, I just lost my train of thought. Where were we at, Ness?
Keith and Crawford.
Yeah,
summer.
We just did a show, obviously, on the rumor 2-fight deal from PBC to Terrence Bud Crawford.
I hope that's not. I hope it's more than a rumor.
I definitely hope it's more than a rumor. I would love that fight. And to me, it makes me wonder, man, Keith takes that Terrence Crawford fight. What will that do for his career in the sense of, you know, Keith has at that point now basically fought everybody at welterweight. You know, but Ray, just your thoughts really quick, bro.
So I'm kind of curious as to, you know, we're fighting for undisputed over in Australia, but we know the WBA is at least saying that they're in a process of consolidating these titles. Will this mess up the undisputed factor? Because
Tank fights what, May 19th?
No, May 28th.
No. I mean, not for this fight coming up. I mean, for the subsequent fights. So, fight number 2, fight number 3. Like, by the time he gets to the rematch, by the time he gets to Lomachenko, are they gonna have to strip
and
the
that
WBA title?
And that's what I was getting at. That should Gervonta indeed, because although this is his last fight with Mayweather Promotions, you never know what could happen in the next 2 months, and he very well may get that, you know, re-signed.
But why would he though? I mean, do you guys believe there's anything that they can do for him? Because when we talk about,
well, they don't. He doesn't need.
He could get paid.
He could stay there and still get those big fights, like the same way that Wilder, Fury, you know, like Tank's big enough that
they've already had they had their shot and they couldn't get him the big fights.
No, but that's not true.
We're on pay-per-view.
But
we're on pay-per-view number 4 right now of a fight that nobody asked for.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's not true. That's because that's what they wanted. Remember, Bob wanted to do Loma a long time ago and was willing.
I mean, when they came out and said, "Oh, we're only fighting guys on our side of the street," it was clear what they were doing.
No, I get you, but you're stuck on that. What I'm trying to explain to you is that was taking place clearly because that's what Mayweather wanted. Gervonta is showing that he's disgruntled, so if he resigns, it will be them getting him those fights, and it would be easy because everybody on every other side of the street has always wanted to do business. Ryan has always wanted to fight. They sent them an offer. Loma has always wanted to fight. Floyd denied it. You know, he didn't want to do that fight. So there's not anyone that he really can't get. Like, he doesn't need to sign, in my opinion. But let me get to these super chats. EA Loop says, Haney was never T.O.'s mandatory. How T.O. ducked him? Maybe you weren't paying attention. No one ever said he was T.O.'s mandatory. I said he was Loma's, and that Loma ducked him, and T.O. also ducked him. Remember when T.O. said what he wanted $4 million to fight Haney, and then when he seen Eddie, he asked for $10 million, and then he just stopped trying to get the Haney fight and ended up losing to Kambosos. No, you know, you choose to fight Kambosos rather than undisputed. No. Doesn't sound like a duck to you? All good. But he
Did y'all
says
see that T.O. interview?
Yes.
Yes, the salty interview. We're gonna get to it. T.O. fought his mandatory. Keep it real. Loma didn't fight his mandatory. You call that a duck, not T.O. No, T.O. chose to fight his mandatory. He could have went for undisputed. You know what I mean? That's the difference. Unifications and undisputed Trump mandatories. If T.O. didn't take so long in those negotiations, if you go back to the timeline, you go back to those interviews and those run-ins that he kept having with Eddie, how much months did he waste? You know what I mean? It's just like now. Kambosos waited a bunch of months. When did he fight T.O.? In October?
November 27th.
Okay. And he's waiting all these months to make a decision. So WBO said, fuck you. Mandation, you fighting Loma. Lucky for us, Loma is busy and can't take the fight. So we finally get undisputed. But these dudes don't want undisputed. I got Blue Blood Sports that says, salute to my bros at Ness and at Danny. Shout out to you, champ. Appreciate you.
Shout out Blue Blood.
But yeah, man,
sure.
I mean, I the fact that people still talking about he ain't duck. T.O. out here, let's talk about it. T.O. is literally out here saying that it was a conspiracy. Who's worse, T.O. or Wilder? T.O. literally called Wilder a bitch for acting the way he's acting. What the fuck is he doing? Somebody tell me what's T.O. doing? Don't be afraid to fucking say the truth. See, you dudes is afraid. You talking about Wilder acting like a bitch for all the excuses he made. Now you sitting in front of a camera talking about it's a conspiracy, a scheme. We see it now. They all wanted, it was all against you. They took the belts. It was always to get Haney to fight. Bruh, you sound like you on some shit that I want to smoke.
It's funny though, because watching that interview, he said, well, look at where the fight was at. The fight was on DAZN, and so it was easier to get him the undisputed shot.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the fight's on ESPN.
Yeah, meanwhile, it's on ESPN, brother.
like that plot, that plan was so elaborate that Bob was like, "Yo, we gonna let T.O. go to DAZN, lose this, so we'll never look like, make it look like it's DAZN." And then all of a sudden bring the belts back to ESPN. Like, come on, T.O. Stop it.
It doesn't make any sense. It's just
a crybaby. That's the only thing that makes sense. You're a crybaby.
He's just trying to make excuses. And it's sad because he's such a talent, but he won't learn from this loss until he accepts
the loss. He ain't going to be able to accept it.
No way. I think he's been hanging out with his dad too much.
Yo, and I watched... I'm not sure if
Shout out to Sean Zittel that conducted that interview with Fight Hype and T.O. And he had to literally chase T.O. This is not let me tell you the truth. This wasn't a regular interview. When the questions got tough, T.O. started turning his back. His body language changed. He tried to get next to Mark Kriegel. Mark Kriegel kept ducking out the way like, yo, I don't want to be in this. And then he turned his back on Sean and literally walked away. Sean's like, yo, do we see you in June? He's like, you know what I mean? So disrespectful. But I get it. It's hard to show face when you out here capping.
And shout out to Sean. Shout out B-Side Sean.
Yeah, no, definitely shout out Sean. I'm not sure if either of you saw the interview his father conducted with Fight Hype as well. He goes to say that he felt Devin should have an easy time with George. He said
T.O.'s father?
T.O.'s father.
Man, he's not even news.
Hold on.
He sent his son out there to get a knockout in the first round. Now he want to say Devin going to have an easy time to diminish the win. That dude beat your son.
So he said that as long as Devin sticks to their game plan, which should be to sit on the outside and box, that Devin has no problem with George. He goes on to say that was their game plan. In fact, but given that his son had 2 holes in him, he was like, my son was basically a gunshot victim fighting because he had 2 holes in his body. And he then goes on to confirm that indeed he will be his son's trainer for the rest of his career, that they may consider an assistant trainer though.
Is Eddie still the assistant they're considering? I didn't know Eddie did assistant, but
T.O. Sr. did not give a name when asked about.
My man still got a cast on his arm, man.
He said my son had no lungs.
He had no lungs. He had 2 holes. He was basically
a gunshot victim.
Gunshot victim.
I love him.
I'm not sure if he worded it just like that, but definitely mentioned the 2 holes.
So he was saying that their game plan was to box him. Is that what he's saying? Because
yes.
From what I saw in the corner was, go out there. Why have you knocked him out yet?
And he said the reason that they didn't was because his son couldn't breathe and he had the 2 holes in the lungs and whatnot.
So they changed the game plan.
And he said that's why I wasn't really coaching. I was being more of a motivator because I know my son couldn't breathe.
I heard somebody spiked his water too.
I got high and low Sports Centrum that says the boxing voice is more. Thank you for the super chat, love. I got another super chat from Jason that says, shout out to my man Ness and Danny. Speaking the truth as usual, crazy double standards. Absolutely. It's funny that there's some people that are still like, oh, you know, it's not a double standard. You know, he needs the sign. Look at his resume. But I got King Boxing pound for pound. Ness mad only because Bill gives him interviews. You cried on why he wasn't getting the fight. Now he got the fight and you still crying. Yeah. So, I'm not going to get that extreme. I was about to go super extreme. I was going to go
Ness,
super extreme.
Could we get
Super Saiyan Ness?
I was about to go super extreme. But go ahead, Danny. Thank you. You always save me.
You know, I'll try, champ. No, I was just going to ask you if we could get to the rest of the super chats.
Oh, I'm going through them down the line.
Because I know I've had a few people reach out. I know sometimes we do get to the super chat a little bit late. We are conducting a show. We got a million things in the background going on that, you know, we're trying to either work on or, you know, gather information, whatever it may be. So, you know, I just want to make sure we don't overlook.
We'll keep them moving. Up next is Super Mex, but I do want to hear your guys' thought. Like, why is this the new narrative? Like, he got the fight. So what? How bad the deal is? Because that's what you're telling me. Like, he got the fight, stop crying. You cried for the fight, now he got the fight, so you can't keep crying. But it's like, what about the details? What about the burning hoops of fire he's got to jump through? Like, is it better to just shut up? Like, what's up, guys?
You know, I think in many instances, and this is way beyond boxing, sometimes, and you know what? I'll bring it to boxing though, right? To me, it's like in a fight when the fight is one-sided. I'm sorry, the fight's one-sided, and one guy's getting their ass beat, and the other guy is just there surviving. Well, one round, he may not get his ass beat as bad. So they're like, oh, he looked great that round. He still got his ass beat. It just wasn't as bad. So it's like, you consider maybe giving him that round. It's like, now, yeah, you're kind of getting fucked over on the deal, but at least you're getting the opportunity. Like, here, just take it. You know, let's just give you this opportunity, but let's not care about what it is that you're sacrificing in the opportunity. And to me, it's not right, because it comes to a point where it's like, how much of this are you going to allow? How much of this are you going to tolerate? You know, Devin took the deal. We'll see June 5th, but definitely something that I feel like just has to be acknowledged.
I mean, again, my energy's the same. When this was the type of deal that Wilder was offered, I was against it. When Dillian White didn't take the $4 million flat, 2 rematches for AJ, no rematch for him, I was against it, and I rode with him. Even though he had been crying for a title shot, I still rode with him because what's fair, it's fair, man. Like, why do I got to fight so many people just to get a shot at Kambosos?
You know, but I feel like a lot of the people that are saying, you know, he should be happy he got the fight, are a lot of the people that are also saying, oh, Devin is overpaid. That pocket watching, you know, the next guy, oh, he's fine. He's making this. Like, you're not in that position. We can't just take it and run with it and be happy that, oh, he's getting fucked, just not fucked as bad. Like,
yeah,
you know?
I feel like if anything, this shows, because there was people calling in last week, remember, saying, oh, you know, they were questioning whether or not Team Haney was really about it, whether they were going to take the deal, you know, when they were saying, oh, we'll take the same deal as Loma, but you have to show me the deal. I liked when Bill said that. But I think this shows that, yeah, they're about that life. They just want the fight. So even if they have to take a deal that is unbeneficial to them, in the long run, it will be beneficial once they win all of them and they believe in themselves to that extent. And I would say that is probable.
Yeah, no, and I agree. I agree 100%. I just feel like, maybe it's a bit unreasonable. Maybe it's a bit excessive. Maybe it's a bit inconsistent.
Bruh, I mean, it's obvious. Like, okay, we want you to have undisputed against our guy, but our guy gets a rematch if you beat him. And our guy gets hometown advantage twice. And hey, guess what? If you beat him again, we still won't consider you our guy. In fact, we'll put you versus our other guy as a final attempt to not let you walk away with those belts. But the fact that everyone is interpreting this completely different, it's like, I think you want to not see the truth is as simple and as nice as I can put it. Like, come on, bro. My man got a 3-fight deal for them to steal his belt. He gets no rematch on any fight, and he's got to go up against the gauntlet. Like, come on, bro. But Danny, please inform our listeners of this new, can I get a screen share? Trav, young Trav. The unpopular Devin Haney is very popular here amongst the fine women in America. Danny, I don't know any of these broads. They all are extremely beautiful, though. So please explain what's being presented here, because what I am seeing is that this hip-hop site is calling Devin Haney the official Thanos of Instagram models and R&B singers because he's had so many of them. He's only 23.
He is only 23. Yeah, no, look, man, Champ has taste in nice women.
He's got a healthy appetite.
He has.
Why does the one on the left bottom, right? Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Let me see. I got to put my cursor on it. Could I? Oh yeah, I can put my cursor. So she looks like her, right? Is that the same girl?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not familiar with.
You know what? Now to come to think of it, about 3 of these girls look like, maybe 4. Like this one, and this one all look the same. So that's his taste. Champ got a taste. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Yeah. So top left there, you have Black China.
Which one? Oh, that was Black China right here.
Yeah, top left.
Okay, she
right?
looking better there than
bottom right.
Bottom right here.
That's India Love
with the tattoo on her face.
Correct.
Okay, the R&B singer.
Nah, she's a model.
Oh, not India Love, the R&B singer.
Nah, I didn't know there was an India Love R&B singer.
Really?
Yeah, that's an India Love.
Google that, Ray. Come on, man. There's got to be an India Love real Ray.
Yeah, to the left of her, that's rapper NBA YoungBoy's baby mother, Jania.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
To the left of her.
Oh, he got a Hispanic one right here.
That's Gigi, which I'm pretty sure Floyd Mayweather's ex as well.
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Floyd had
the champ out here in the Mayweather diet.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure Floyd had something to do with that at a point in time. Or I'm not familiar with all these girls, but basically saying this gossip site basically. Saying Champ has taste of women. They went as far as, wrong thing. You got to click the arrow within it. Yeah. They went as far as like screenshotting a video of a young lady
wearing a Champ's ring.
Wearing a Champ's diamond ring.
Yummy Yellow. Uh-oh. Is that disrespectful because her name's Yellow?
See what you did there, Champ. You funny. But yeah, man. Look, yeah, I don't know. What he does outside of the ring, that's.
I mean, but this definitely adds to the popularity.
Yeah, it brings fans. It
brings in that hip hop culture and demographic.
Obviously these young ladies have a following of their own. Yeah, see this messy showing that they no longer follow each other and shit like that. But no, that's outside of the ring, has zero to do with boxing. But
yeah, I can't help you on that one, man. I don't follow none of those girls. I don't know who any of those girls.
Yeah, I mean,
you seen them?
Nah, never.
I'm gonna be honest.
I just
No,
don't
I mean
follow
right now.
Instagram.
I mean right now. You see.
Oh
him.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. The ones I did know was with the exception of Black China, but the ones I did know was through Dev. Like,
okay,
I found out who they were because of him. So nonetheless, yeah, Champ likes nice houses, nice cars, nice women. So
that's it.
Shout out to
Moving
Champ.
along, we did discuss the Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis contract being up. We talked about the Valdez taking less money, and his quote by Shakur is, "I'm betting on myself. I'm gonna be a superstar." So he's taking less money now in order to put himself in position in the near future. Ben Shalom's boxer has said that he made an offer to Danny Garcia for Kell Brook. How do you guys feel about that? Obviously, Danny is nowhere near where Terrence is. He's not a champion, and he's not a champion that people consider to be dominant. So when I consider a fight with him and Kell Brook, I'm not as mad as I was when Crawford chose Kell Brook, where I actually wanted a test for Crawford. With Danny, I don't know what he got left. And I'm going to be real. I don't know who he could be at 47 and at 54. Like, it's a tough world for him.
No, and then obviously there's the whole question, not just what he has left, but when we think of Danny in his prime and Danny looking his best inside of the ring, that was at 140 pounds, right? So at 147, it seemed every time he stepped to the top, he fell just short. So him moving up now another division against a Brook way past his prime does leave questions, because Brook is naturally the bigger guy. Brook has fought at the higher weight class. So definitely leaves those questions to make it possibly an intriguing fight, right? Kell Brook past his prime, but then again, maybe so is Danny Garcia, and not at his best weight. If he looked his best at 40, goes to 47, and his skill level diminishes a bit, then maybe it will continue to do so at 54. So definitely leaves room to question who would win that fight.
Yeah,
which makes it an interesting
fight
affair, right?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Amir Khan was gonna enact the rematch.
So
he does want the rematch, but it won't be immediate.
Yeah,
they're trying to.
I thought he had a rematch clause.
So he does
enacting the rematch.
He
clause.
does have a rematch
but
clause,
they're giving him a tune-up from what I read.
And, yeah, from
oh, okay.
Yeah,
that
from
makes
what
sense.
we're hearing, it seems like they may give him a
Phil Logreco too.
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. So
I feel you, but you know what, man? The Kell Brook fight with Danny Garcia, I like that fight. Especially introducing Danny Garcia to 154. We'll see what happens. I'm not one of these guys that's saying, a lot of people like to say Kell Brook is, past his days or this and that. I thought he looked good in that Amir Khan fight. So let's see what he still got. He might surprise a lot of us.
He did look good, and I'm gonna tell you, he looked so good that I don't know who I'm picking if he fights Danny. Danny hasn't looked good. Like, when is the last time Danny looked dominant? Like, Danny just knows how to not get
For the
beat
first
up.
couple rounds against Sean, and then after that, Sean adjusted.
Look at this guy. Ness, you blocked me. I can't super chat. Fams, if you was blocked, I wouldn't be reading that. Let me get to Big Super Mix and King Boxing Bo. I just read your super chat where it says Ness mad only because Bill gives him interviews. I got Big Super Mexi says, we all love Mr. Bill Haney, but I think another thing that will help is seeing more Devin airtime. Look how Porter's popularity grew being seen more. I agree, but he's always going to have that excuse that this is the biggest fight. And it is. You got to lock in. The interviews don't matter if you don't win the fight.
No, that is absolutely true. Absolutely true. But it's like with anybody, right? With anybody, we see the young guys coming up. They'll take any opportunity for an interview. They'll take any chance they can to get their name out there and get some some fame, I guess, maybe some attention. Once you start making it to that level, once you start reaching a certain level of success and of fame, you become busier. You become harder to reach, a lot more to deal with, a lot less available. But thankfully here at TBV, we do have a relationship to an extent with the champ, and we will be bringing you guys some content as always.
For sure, man. I want to train in his gym, but he's all over the place. I got Gallo Fino that says, what's good, TBV fam? Finna smoke on some Zaza. Hashtag Larry Pack. Salute from the Big D. What is that, Panamanian flag?
I don't see, because you got the full page. I don't.
Or is that Texas Lone Star?
Well, no, they don't have the Texas
emoji.
Yeah, so that looks like Chile, maybe?
Really?
Chile? Damn, that's bad, yeah. It's one of those.
I don't know, because he said from the Big D, which could be Dallas, but I get it. But he put smoke, that flag and the smoke emoji.
Maybe he thought it was a Texas flag.
Yeah.
The Chile flag and the Texas flag look alike.
Right, exactly.
And maybe you can just use it as a Lone Star State guy.
I probably would if I was from Texas.
You see, I'm repping my Chicago flag right here.
Okay.
I never knew that was a flag.
Yeah, I mean, so mine is different because it has the 4 sports team in Chicago that met. It's typically 4 red stars.
Yo, I got Ken that says Tio is embarrassing Brooklyn. I shouldn't have played that either because my man's SDS promotion said he sent me, but he didn't. Brandon, I don't see the new Brooklyn at. Let's see what else is next. Can you check what's next on the topics while I refresh the super chat?
All right. While we do that, can I get a quick screen share here? Just hit the Instagram press 15 minutes ago. Devin Haney posting this picture with the caption, "Chances make champions." Hashtag June 5th. Hashtag the dream, with the location being shown as Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. Gotta love it, right? We're good there, Trav.
Yeah, he's locked in. He's gonna do it.
Champs locked in.
I like it, man. At the end of the day, I feel like he's taking a chance on himself. He's betting on himself. He's investing into his future, because if he wins all of this, you better know that money's gonna be looking nice.
No, absolutely. Nicer than what it already has been, right? You have a lot of people calling him overpaid as it is. So imagine what it'll be should he become undisputed, which I believe that he will be.
I don't know, man. Remember the Top Rank puts like mandatory minimums. Like when Tio fought Loma, he only got a certain amount, and then he was projected to get more if he won, but then he lost to Kambosos. So like it could be written out like that.
Yeah, no, obviously this is all assuming Devin wins and comes out successful and comes out with the undisputed crown. Look, man,
and real quick,
go ahead.
I'll say, a lot of people that are saying, he's overpaid or whatnot, right? The price is always going to be however much somebody's willing to pay.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody's paying it, then it's not overpriced because somebody paid for it.
Look, Ness, you are one to say, I won't overpay for Yeezys. Mm-hmm. They cost $220 at Adidas. I'm not paying more than what they cost at Adidas.
You're right about that.
But when it came to the Corvette, you were willing to
overpay. I definitely overpaid for the Corvette.
And
overpaid.
Did you get it from a seller or was it a dealer?
I got it from a dealer.
Okay,
but they marked it up.
But see, that's what I'm saying. To the dealer, you didn't overpay because
they knew. It was called a markup. Everybody knew it was going around. It's hard to get those cars. You either buy it or you wait in 18 to 24 months to order it.
There you go. But you were willing to pay that.
Yeah, you gotta pay like you weigh, champ.
So
you only live once.
So
my uncle died of a heart attack.
Okay.
At like 42 years old.
Damn, rest in peace.
My mother's brother, and no signs. He wasn't overweight, no obesity, none of that shit. Just heart attack. So you never know when you're gonna go. It's just the truth. You never know when you're gonna go, and you can't take it with you, man.
No, that's true. That's true. So look, at the end of the day, he makes what he makes. He spends his money and does what he wants, however it is that he chooses. Can't nobody say different because, Ray, I mean, you said it perfectly. You said it perfectly, so.
You know me, I'm a real estate guy. Look at the current real estate market.
Crazy.
The way it's been for the past couple of years. And what are people doing?
Still buying.
Insane amounts over asking price, bidding wars, all of that. And I talked to so many clients that go, oh, that house isn't worth that.
Yeah.
And I tell them that house is worth whatever somebody's willing to pay for it.
Look, man, out here in Vegas and Ness, you're looking.
It's crazy in this Vegas market, Ray.
And Ray, you say you being in real estate. Look, man, 2018, I'm like, all right, cool. All these real estate people and I'm reading all these things. They're saying the market's gonna crash. Just wait. If you're gonna buy, just wait. And now here we are 4 years later. I'm like, fuck, I should have bought because these motherfuckers. And then I went to Afghanistan 2019. I was out there during the pandemic, and I'm buying stocks, and I'm watching these stock prices drop like crazy, and I'm like, same shit's about to happen with the houses, and now fucking houses, gas.
No, people was telling me when I wanted to buy my house in Florida, my own family is like, no, it's gonna drop, You need to wait. And I'm like, man, this shit just keep going up. I was looking in November, and I'm like, man, it's about to be January, and I've only seen the price rise. Like, I'm jumping on it now.
And now the interest rates are up too, so.
No, well, that's going to help us, though. Those of us that can buy, the interest rates goes up, so there's not going to be as many buyers anymore. So the houses that are on the market will sit and eventually drop because only people with money can get those stupid high interest rates. They're at like a 4.5 right now, right?
Yeah, and
that's insane.
Around this time last year, we were looking around 3.
2. No, bro, I
2.8.
2.8, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, listen.
It was wild.
If you didn't jump on it, you were a fool. Market was at an all-time low.
Like you said, Ness, you know how many times I heard, my cousin says this, my dad says that, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. But, it is what it is. But that's just one of those things where this is a prime example of, what we see in boxing sometimes. You know what I mean? It's the difference. Like if you're a seller right now, you have the leverage. So
the difference with Haney is that he can't just sit at his house at 135 because he's a growing boy. He's 23. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So in a way, he was forced to take this or give up that weight division eventually.
Yeah. I mean, do you think that these will be the last 3 fights that he has at 135 pounds?
Honestly, I would hope that he didn't. I hope he could be like Ponce de Leon and stay down there, man, and just, because then that gives time for Shakur. I know they friends.
For Tank.
Everybody, I know they friends, but like you heard Tyson, man. If you my friend, let's get this bread together. And Shakur ain't got no problem calling out Tank. I know the Devin Haney thing might be different, but Shakur's so competitive. He's older than Devin, so he might look at it like, I'm not afraid of Devin, and I'll beat Devin's ass because Devin is younger than me.
His last fight, he was friends with Jamel.
Nah, I think that was a bit different in the sense where, hey, Trav, do we still have Chick-fil-A ice?
Oh my God.
Thank you, bro.
Yo, I'm glad he did that on purpose, but I'm gonna tell you, this dude requested ice from. Yo, this is when listen.
No, look.
First of all, I never had people.
Danny Bougie.
No, because
he's bougie. I never had nobody buy me ice.
Ness wasn't there. Look, our producer for our Friday show, the fight stars were calling the fights from Mexico. Our producer asked me, hey, we got you drink. What they asked us what we wanted to drink. We got you a bottle. We're getting the food. What would you like? What else would you like? So I tell him, oh yeah, man, let me get a bag of Chick-fil-A ice, and a there's a specific Tropicana juice that I like with my tequila.
I was gonna say a deluxe chicken sandwich, spicy.
They got pizzas, but it's a mango pineapple juice, but that's sold in different brands. I specifically like the Tropicana one. So anyway, they went to like 3-4 different grocery stores
to get Danny's
the juice,
little list
to get the juice, and then they got my ice. And once they arrived,
I had never heard that though. I think the moral of the story, or the big part of the story, is that like he requested specific ice. Like I usually have an ice tray, or my fridge makes ice, or it's a barbecue. We go buy ice at the local gas station or whatever. Walmart. My man wanted ice from Chick-fil-A. I've never in my life heard that shit.
No,
and they got him like 3 bags of the shit.
So I'm a big ice eater or chewer, whatever you want to call it. For my house, I supply it with Chick-fil-A specific ice. And then like the ice my fridge produces, I'll bag that for like cookouts and shit. Like, anything that would go.
Chick-fil-A ice is nice. I'm with you on that.
Man, thank you.
I like the ice, but I'm also I do think it's a bit funny.
Yeah, I never had heard of it. But look, he put me on, man.
I like that.
Look, and they brought him a whole cup full of Chick-fil-A ice because there ain't nobody else drinking that shit. That's all Danny.
But I don't think I was, Look, man, I asked for $10 worth of shit. I don't think that was unreasonable.
So you could just go to Chick-fil-A and buy it?
Yeah, literally you could. I go through their drive-thru. I never go in. I always go through their drive-thru, and I'll get my meal.
45-minute drive-thru?
Bro,
that's why I never eat Chick-fil-A, bro. I'm with you.
See, that's the beauty about the show, because I catch them in between, after the morning rush and before the lunch rush. And the beauty of the app, you go on there.
Yeah, because y'all are starting at 6, right?
6 a.m.
6 a.m. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Ness and Danny are loyal to the TBV audience and community, and we did not decide to change the normal times, man. I actually love it. I get my day started early. I have so much time left over. I'm recently now researching gyms. I was talking to Johnny Rice.
Okay.
Yeah, and I might end up going to Johnny's or City Athletic. Those are the closest.
Well, Johnny's at Bones, which is where Devin trains out of too. So
that'll be good.
And having that privacy, because Bones is a private gym. Having that privacy, so.
Yeah, I don't want privacy though, because I'm a novice. I need like people to
but
with.
It's private to boxers only though. You get what I'm saying? So you'll go into Bones. You could see 20 people in there, 30 people in there. But nonetheless,
you're not going to be in a class with, the 60-year-old woman and
Right. Sometimes you'll walk into City and it'll be 110 outside and it feels like 130 in
really?
Bro,
it gets that hot?
It gets that hot, but it's too crowded. You get what I'm saying? So
wow.
But we shall see.
What's up? You considering doing something or what? You still in lazy mode?
No. I've been ready, champ. I
actually went for a run today. Almost 3 miles. I did 2.8.
Really?
In the cliffs too.
How long that take?
I don't know why he put me out here, Ray. They got me in this shit called the cliffs. You already know what that sounds like, bruh. I don't want to move. They got me over here. Oh man, that shit was beautiful just running out there.
But really quick, just some news and notes to touch on some things that we may have brought up, but just want to go over again. We got Teofimo Lopez on the Kambosos and Haney. Once again, we did touch on that a little bit earlier, but just want to read the direct quote to everybody tuned in. Teo, in that interview with Sean Zattel for Fight Hype, said, "It's a made fight for Haney. The whole shit was a scheme. They gave it to Kambosos because they knew I was going to drop the belts. And then it's a longer process for Devin to become undisputed. Fuck them both."
Yo, the fact that he think that like so many people were in a conspiracy against him, like, come on, man.
And just to give some context, this interview was conducted last night after the Berchelt Nakatilia fight. So
he already knew.
You think so? Because why would he say that? Why would he say that saying, oh, the zone set me up for their fighter?
You're right.
So the official announcement comes out this morning, although we've been saying it.
For 3 days, 2 days. We waited 2 days and then said it.
Although we've been saying it, now that ESPN, Mike Coppinger, now that they've put it out, I wonder what he's thinking now. Given that it was his network didn't he say he has equity in ESPN?
What?
Yeah, didn't he say that they're partners with ESPN?
Come on, man.
That's
Whose
what they
quote
said.
is that?
That's T.O. and his father. They've been on record stating that I don't know if he has equity, but that they have a partnership to some extent.
So was Triller gonna set him up?
I don't know. Yo, T.O.
Look, now they're gonna say that Top Rank set him up. Because it's Top Rank's event now. But look, man, it is what it is. Just wanted to get that quote, read that quote for you listeners. Vitaly Klitschko came out in support of Alexander Usyk leaving the Ukraine to fight and train for the Joshua fight.
I like the way he's thinking too.
No, absolutely, and you have to in times like this. The quote says, quote, a very important message could be carried through an event like this. I actually have plans to speak to Usyk to give him advice and to have some special messages he can put out there. And that is on Telegraph Sport for those of you who would like to see more on that interview. No, I like it, right? I like it because obviously this will be the biggest positive news for Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
So to have a star, to have a unified world champion and a former undisputed world champion who was just fighting in the war, now go ahead and make his run to defend his heavyweight titles. That'll be huge, right? That'll be
It'll
huge.
definitely be something that's inspiring. It'll be like if he wins again, which I think he might, this shit with the type of shit they make a movie about.
Mm-hmm.
No question.
For real.
No question on that.
And he's got such a great personality, man. It would do him, would do him well to learn a little bit more English, because he is a character for real. With the dancing and the personality that he has, the jokes. He's pretty cool.
No, definitely. You get it. You never know what you're gonna get when you're interviewing Alexander Usyk. I've had the pleasure of interviewing him many times. Lastly, we have Bob Arum on Eddie Hearn. He said we've banned him from going to the Tyson Fury versus Dillian White fight. He said he's gonna carry White's bucket so he can get to the fight. What kind of crazy shit is that? If he called me up, you don't think I'd get him a ticket?
Mm-hmm.
That also is out there on Fight Hype. Just your thoughts on that, and that's pretty funny from the Bob father.
Nah, he's always interesting, man.
What kind of crazy shit is that?
Yeah, you know what I mean? He's he understands that Eddie is made for television. Eddie is a soundbite machine. And he says things to rile people up. And it's like Bob said, like, if he called me, I wouldn't give him a ticket. Like, does he got to sneak in? He's got to be the corner man for Dylan. Like, he's trying to be so extreme to get eyeballs and attention on the things that he says. That's all. But we know Eddie. And Bob understands him.
Yeah,
no, definitely. I like Eddie, dude. I think Eddie is the future of boxing. I think he knows the direction that boxing needs to go. There's certain things that he hasn't been able to do, like when y'all had the episode the other day about the Andrade situation. And then even Eddie's admitted it himself. But I think overall, he's taken the sport in a good direction.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can't knock that, but it must be said that Eddie has failed horribly in America. He lost Devin Haney. He's no longer re-signing Andre. That's 2 American champions that you couldn't do anything with, and you're losing.
And when he brought AJ over here,
I was about to say, and when you brought AJ, he lost his belts. I don't know anyone. Can you guys think of any other American? Oh, he's got Savage. They're doing okay, but that's a prospect. See, it's harder for a prospect to lose the prospect fight. So, can you?
Honestly, even with some of his young guys, it hasn't really panned out.
Like who?
But he does have Canelo. I mean, Ray Savage has.
He got like a WBA something belt now.
Yeah, but he's been in there in some real tough fights. I'm trying to think. Man, I know he's had some young fighters get defeated. Man, it's really slipping at the top of my mind. But let's keep in mind he does have Canelo.
Yeah, for now.
It doesn't get any bigger than Canelo. And although he brought AJ over and he lost here, and now obviously having lost to Usyk now for his second time, he still has AJ at the end of the day, and AJ is gonna do AJ numbers, regardless. So,
yeah. See, this is what I'll say: is he's not gonna be successful in America because he's over on that other side of the pond. Until he spends a decent amount of time and invests his time in America, it's not gonna happen. So I would say possibly you might even need like if he's Batman, he might need a Robin. A USA Robin that can speak, that's articulate, that will do these long style interviews like he does with IFL, and he'll need that guy, but the American version over here in America to push Matchroom USA boxing.
I don't know that that'll help. I think he's as popular as anyone, and it would be a disservice to send another person to do his job in America.
Well, for the most part, because he can't be in two places at one time, and then and to take that long flight back and forth, he'll kill himself.
I'm just speaking from a content creator standpoint. I would want to interview Eddie over Frank Smith. The Eddie interviews do hundreds of thousands. Frank Smith does 100 views. So it's just like no one's going to go to the quote-unquote American Matchroom representative unless
you want to talk to the guy. Eddie's the guy. I do think, though, that it'll be a matter of time. Like, time will tell, right? Because big things are not built overnight. And although he's successful there, things that apply to the UK, things that have worked out there, it's not the same thing here, right? You have a genuine and true fan base in the UK for the sport as a whole, versus here, boxing is maybe in your top 10 favorite sports, right? Or most popular sports, right? It's not like that out there. They're number 2 to only soccer, and that's it, to only football, and that's it. So here you have a lot more to battle with, and to me it's like Eddie is learning on the job when it comes to promoting boxing and promoting American boxers here in the US. It's learning on the job. I remember going...
It's a whole different atmosphere.
Absolutely. I remember being at Estrada Soramvisai when Estrada beat him at the Forum in LA. And it was a Friday night fight. And the fans didn't show up till very late. And Eddie was like, last time I do a Friday night fight in LA, because he realized, oh shit, people are getting out of work, traffic, this, that, and the third. You get what I'm saying? And it's just lessons being learned. It's just lessons being learned. And I think in due time, we'll see how successful he's able to be with Matchroom USA.
You know what? A little light bulb just went off in my head. I feel like the avenue and the lane for Matchroom USA to be successful isn't even just necessarily Matchroom Boxing USA. I would say it would be with co-promotions with Zuffa Boxing, which isn't a company yet, but it's a company that has been talked about being made. And we seen Eddie Hearn the other week over at UFC London, hanging out with Dana White. They have a good relationship. If they finally make that Zuffa Boxing, they're going to need somebody to put on good fights.
Yeah, but see,
I feel like it makes sense.
Here's the thing, and I do think it makes sense to an extent, but here's the thing, right? When Zuffa was being talked about a lot, right, on a regular basis, and Zuffa's in the headlines and Dana's making comments or bringing it up in interviews, there was also talks of Floyd Mayweather. We saw Dana and Floyd hanging out a lot during that time. We saw Dana actually at Floyd's house and everything. We saw them courtside at a Celtics game even. And there was a lot of talk about, oh, Dana's going to get Floyd to be that guy to, you know, maybe show him the ropes, really push the... And you just never know. You just never know. You may be right. You may be right. I just believe that it'll be a thing with time. It'll be a thing with time. You know, like I said, things that work there don't necessarily work here, and things that would work here may not work over there. So to me, it's just going to be a matter of time for them to kind of figure things out. Eddie's great. I love what he does. I love what Matchroom does as a brand, as a company. I've been fortunate to cover their events, and to me, it really stood out during the pandemic. You know, the bubbles that Matchroom was providing was night and day with the bubbles of other promotions, and just the way that they would push and promote, and the festival of an event that they would put together. But hey, you know, we shall see. We shall see. They very maybe Matchroom USA ends up like 50 Cent or like Rock Nation did, you know, and just step away at least here in the state, you know, in the States, but we'll see.
It seems like they've stepped away in the States already. Let's just be real. I don't know that they've, you know, I mean, actually they just did the San Diego event with Chocolatito.
Yeah, they did the San Diego event with Chocolatito. You know, they got Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano.
New York.
New York.
Co-promotion with MVP and Jake Paul, with Jesse Vargas.
Are y'all going out to that fight in New York?
No. So I actually will be in Chicago, unfortunately. I have a prior engagement that I have to attend.
What day is that? The
April
30th?
30th, man. Like,
damn.
Like,
so I gotta find a co-host.
Like, I've said it, and this is gonna sound so fucked up, because I'm going out there for my sister's Sweet 16 birthday, right? And she's had that shit planned for like close to a year now. And I'm like, fuck. And I told her straight up, I was like, look, I'm telling you now, my laptop is coming out for the Shakur and Oscar fight. You know, it just is it just is what it is. You know, I'm too much of a degenerate. Like if I'm gonna make a way to watch boxing in Afghanistan, I promise you I'll make a way to watch a fight
at a Sweet 16.
At a Sweet 16 party.
Yeah, no, trust me, bro. I'm the guy with my phone under the table. You know, with the stream on.
Yeah, I'm the guy
watching the fight. If I got something going on, you know, I'll be at somebody's
Let me
wedding.
jump in here, guys.
Go ahead,
Speaking of fights, let's kind of recap what we did see this weekend.
Absolutely.
Where you guys want to go first?
I think let's start with the UK, right? Let's start in
Maxie
the order.
Hughes. Shout out to Maxie Hughes. Put on a very good performance. He's a decent boxer, man. I thought that was just a easy fight and a way for Devin to snatch up an IBO title, but Hughes is a real boxer. He's got a very good jab, very disciplined defense. He keeps that high guard. I don't know that he'll ever be on the level or competitive with Devin, but he did his thing yesterday versus Ryan Walsh and impressed me. I mean, he negated him. He nullified him. It was pretty one-sided.
Yeah, no, you know, he came out with that victory. Obviously, the main event, and Kiko Martinez, Josh Warrington with the stoppage, but Warrington also with the broken jaw in the fight. We saw the picture of him hospitalized. So definitely want to send our thoughts with him. It was entertaining while it lasted, but one-sided, right? It was a one-sided fight. Kiko didn't have the upset in him like he did in the Kid Galahad fight. So can I get a quick screen share here, Trev? Here's the picture of Josh Warrington in the hospital. He said, I had planned on eating a cheeseburger and bread and butter pudding on Sunday after the fight. Not happening. A few weeks now with the broken jaw. Only a draw, though. That wasn't going to stop me from winning last night. My operation was a success this morning, and I am overwhelmed with the support last night. You really are the best fans in the world. How bad do you want it?
Let me get a screen share, and this is the x-ray of his jaw. And then you got his buddy, Tony Bellew, in the comments saying, and his hand as well. Like, hey, his hand also was broke. So
damn, that's crazy. I mean, when he talks about how bad do you want it, you know, it reminds me of the upset Jose Cito pulled
versus Ortiz.
Yeah,
he broke his jaw too, right?
Yeah, that's why they stopped the fight. But it's like, damn, to see like, you know, champions not be able to continue and then you still fight with a broken jaw.
It's like Ebony Bridges. I gained a lot of respect for her after she fought with that eye, as ugly as it was, and then Billy Joe quit with his eye. Obviously, Bridges wasn't getting punched by a female version of Canelo, but for whatever reason, I gave her a lot of credit for it. I got a super chat from Steven Smith that says, Tim Tszyu looked good last night. Berchelt is washed. Yeah, Tim Tszyu did look...
Well, really quick, just before we move on from this card, since you did bring up Ebony Bridges, she did defeat Maria Cecilia Roman to gain that IBF bantamweight title. So Ebony Bridges came up short in her last attempt against Shannon Courtney, but now has become a world champion.
In 8 fights.
So
shout out Matchroom.
So
and shout out to Ebony though, because if it wasn't for her marketing power that she created, right? She wouldn't be in this position.
Yeah, no, she put herself in this position, regardless of the way she did it, because we know people are going to bring that up. She put herself in this position. Shout out to her. Came up short against Shannon Courtney. Was able to pull it off yesterday and become a world champion. You know, the fight that we did call last night, the Showtime card, live from the Armory in Minneapolis, Tim Tszyu, Geroge. You know, Ray, what'd you think of the fight, man?
Man, I'll be honest with you, bro. Usually I never miss fights. Yesterday I went out to a friend's pool party.
Okay.
And, you know, I'm just going to stay there for a little bit. You know how that ends up.
Yeah.
I got home. I tried to watch it. I ended up being able to watch the replay of the Kiko Martinez fight.
Okay.
But, man, I was out. But I watched highlights and whatnot. But, you know, I never like to do analysis or breakdowns or anything like that based off of highlights, because then you don't really get the full fight. But from what I understand, it looks like he was dropped in the first round.
Yeah,
that woke him up though.
Yeah, Geroge came out hot, dropped him in the first round, and then after the knockdown, it seemed like that kind of woke up a Tim Tszyu that we didn't see in that first round. And for the rest of the fight, Tim Tszyu was on his front foot while Terrell was on his back foot. And although Terrell did land shots at times, it was far and few between. Tim Tszyu had a lot greater success. Phenomenal body attack by Tim Tszyu. But then the question arises, right? Because he was not able to drop Geroge. He wasn't not able to stop Geroge, which is
crazy.
Which is what the sports books were pushing, right? If you looked at the odds to that fight, it yelled Tim Tszyu by stoppage.
Yeah, Tim was minus 1,000 on the money line. But what was even crazier, we got a super chat yesterday. Someone said that Terrell was taking a dive. And I'm like, how do you take a dive and you haven't been dropped or you refuse to be knocked out? Like, what kind of dive is a survival 12-round decision? That was tight. One ref had it, one judge had it 114, 113. The other had it 112, 115, while the other had it 116, 112.
So, for those of you, because obviously the knockdown, every judge had Tim Tszyu winning. It was just extremely close, which is not the way we saw it.
Well, it's not the way that it was advertised, and that's something that Breadman Boxing was very vocal about on Twitter.
Extremely. I saw Breadman.
He was basically saying, like, yo, Lubin and Conwell are better than this guy. Why is all the hype on this guy? And the fans were educating me because they're like, well, he brings in Australian TV money. It's just that simple.
So do you think from you guys after that fight, do you think he's got the goods to hang with these top guys at 154? I mean, we're seeing a bit of a resurgence. Lubin back on. Shout out to Lubin. Shout out Orlando.
He better take a Danny Garcia fight. He better be careful. A right hand from Charlo, I don't know that he could take a right hand. If he getting put down by Gaché, I don't know that he could get back up from a Charlo right hand.
And let's be clear. To me, it's not like he was necessarily hurt and had to regain himself or things like that after the knockdown. But those questions do arise.
But he was hurt on multiple occasions. Gaché hit him with some other shit, made him clinch. Like, he was hurt, man. He was hurt. And he's not your traditional boxer. Like, he's not in there trying to jab his way. He's walking you down. So, like, let's see what's going to happen when you get hit with someone that can punch as hard as you can punch. Because it was obvious that he was the bigger puncher. Terrell Gaché, my man was disciplined, bruh.
High guard.
All night, they was here. They never dropped.
But I will say, look, first fight in the U.S. for Tim Tszyu.
Good fight.
Good performance. Good performance against a good quality guy.
Very.
Right? There's just things I liked about Tim Tszyu. I liked his body attack.
The pressure.
I loved the pressure. I loved how he was able to switch, his attack, going to the body, going up top, going around the guard.
Mm-hmm. That left hook to the body was nice.
But his defense to me is what
he needs to tighten it up.
Yeah, that was what brought the questions like this and made me wonder, all right, how does he perform against a Castaño, against a Charlo, things like that. Hell, even against the Lubin.
I don't know.
Yeah, what do you think the next
I don't know. He hits too hard for Lubin, man. I don't know. Lubin got hurt by Gaché, and he got heavy output. He's like Jaime Munguia output. Yeah. Maybe Munguia throws more than him.
Look, Terrell did catch Erickson late in their fight. Erickson didn't go down.
No, he didn't.
Erickson didn't go down. So maybe that's just to attest how.
But that's Gaché hurting them late. What happens when Tszyu big at man? We both acknowledge that Tszyu was bigger than Gaché.
Yeah, no, absolutely,
and just not as cocky as his father. His father is super cocky. I got Steven Smith with another super chat trying to ring the alarm. That's number 3. And can you read what he said there?
Yeah, April 9th to June 4th. Amazing fight cards. Buckle up, TBV. And some phenomenal fight cards. April 9th here in Vegas on Showtime. Erickson Lubin. A week later, Showtime pay-per-view. And that's Erickson Lubin against, the towering Inferno and Sebastian Fundora.
That's going to be an interesting fight to see.
Of course.
Right now, we got 131,672 subscribers. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so and help us get to our next goal of 132,000. We're working, and all we need you to do is tell a friend that we talk boxing 7 days a week, and we could use your subscribe. I think that's every single topic and super chat. Ray,
really quick, because that's not everything.
Oh.
Just want to touch on the ESPN card, top ranked card that was here in Vegas. Headlined, of course, by Jeremiah Nakatilia against Miguel Berchelt.
Well, we bounced around a lot. Let's kind of backtrack to the Showtime and finish that card.
Okay, yeah,
we did see
Showtime.
Michelle Rivera versus Joseph Adorno. Good performance from Rivera. The marketing of calling him the reincarnation of Muhammad Ali, it rubs me the wrong way. I don't know that I like it. I'm actually starting to hate on him because he's like wearing a flat top and he's wearing the Ali shorts.
Right.
It's, again, rubbing me the wrong way, but he can fight. And he put I ain't going to say he did a number on Adorno, but he definitely beat Adorno up.
Yeah, Adorno was not happy. He took to his social media to let that be known. Felt that the scorecards were way too wide. He said, no way 7-3, if anything 6-4. posting people's comments about the unofficial and Steve Farhood, calling Steve Farhood drunk.
Wow, he went that far?
That was someone else's comment, but he did repost it to his story. And he did that with a number of people posting comments, posting the fans.
Tight. Yo, he tight. Look at his story, Trav. Go to me. He put, I suck. Y'all happy now? Like, yo, this is what y'all wanted. This is what y'all expected me to lose. Now y'all got what y'all wanted. Leave me alone. Like,
right.
Damn. I feel bad. Yo, fighters go through so much shit, man. It's so unfair. I'm telling you, man. Oh, look, they friends in the back. Oh, I got to hear what he said. Hold up.
Start it over. Hold on. All right.
Aquí con este cabrón, no me toque, cabrón. No me toque, cabrón. No me toque, cabrón. Este cabrón quiere venir aquí a quitarle invito. Este cabrón, macho. Le doy la prendida.
Damn, he trying to play, but he's hurt.
Nah, el tipo duro, ponte a practicar, cabrón.
Look at his eyes. He crying.
O me retiro.
Why he got this? Listen,
Yo, he asked
if you a grown ass man, stop using these fucking filters. That's for women. Why he got shiny shit and his eyes changing colors? I can't even watch it no more. Every time I look, he go from hazel to blue. He got little sparkles on his face. Like, what's wrong with you, man? You a man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is you not a boy? What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that, but one
little
thing,
sparkly shit on your fucking filter. Get that shit out of here, man.
One thing that's,
and then you got the nerve to ask the man that beat you, should I retire?
That's what stood out to me.
Should I retire or continue? Like, you gonna ask the dude that beat you that shit? You know why you asking him that? Because you're using these weird ass filters, man. And by weird, you know what the fuck I mean. Not Faye, the other word. That's what you sound like right now. Sheesh. Lord, should I retire?
Yo, everybody's saying Michelle Rivera against Nico Ali Walsh.
Yo, but the son of Muhammad Ali's daughter, what's her name?
Layla?
Layla Ali's son is the judge. You see her son? Get out of here. He looks like Ali.
Oh, yeah. No, I saw the picture she posted. Yeah, he's a
Let's pull it up.
I saw the picture she posted. I thought maybe there was more to it than just that. Yeah, the earthquake in the chat saying Ali wouldn't use filters. To be fair, though, that was not Michelle Rivera, a.k.a. Ali's Instagram. That was the real Joseph Adorno.
Yeah, that was Joseph doing that.
A bit of a weight difference there and for us to get a Rivera versus Ali Walsh fight. But
yeah. Wait, Ali's what? Middleweight or 54?
Middleweight.
Who is that? Is that Ray? Ray, what's up with your sister, man? We're about to cut you down right now like a tree.
It's static through your microphone. Like when you use your phone, I think it starts to do stuff.
Damn. But we got any callers, Trav? Nah, you straight.
Perfect.
You straight. We got any callers, Trav, or are they hiding?
Stand by. I gotta
stand by.
We got we got Cigar Al.
Cigar Al, my Jimbe. Yo, and I rock with Adorno, man. He changed trainers. He's with Chino Rivas. I love Chino. But
nice. What up? What's going on, Danny?
What up?
Chilling. Yo, you killing me, bro. You killing me all night, yesterday and tonight.
What I'm doing?
I know that Devin's your man and you love Bill, but Devin has to get on TBV and at least give us something. You get on Bud and the Charlos for not doing interviews.
Bud don't got a trainer / father that talks for him though. You know Bill's a mouthpiece.
And I've told you the most exciting thing about Devin is Bill. But that doesn't give the fact, that doesn't take away that he should be his own man. Get over here. The fans want to listen to Devin, not only Bill. And you can't tell me I'm wrong about that.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying he's locked in, man. It's the biggest fight of his career. He's forced to take short money and get into this 3-fight deal.
Yeah. Bud has always been in a big fight. And Jamel as well.
Nah, Bud never been in a big fight like this.
Oh no, yeah, but it's not only this fight though, man. Come on, that's Listen, I'm just saying, bro. I want to listen to Devin. That's if he's listening, if Bill's listening, I want Devin on the show. The
I
other
do
thing,
too.
bro. I know you do. I know you do. And I guarantee you, 99.9% of the people that listen to TBV want to listen to him. And maybe that would change my mind. Maybe I won't say that he needs a knockout. Maybe I won't say that he's boring. I think as a person, I like what he stands for. And listen, I like Bill as well, but I don't know. Sometimes it's not enough what you do in the ring, and it should be, but sometimes it's just not enough. And that's my opinion. The other thing, bro, I'm with you. I hate the fact that Michelle is using this whole Ali thing, but then yesterday, right after the Michelle fight, you wanted Tim to have the rat tail just like his dad.
Bro, that's his father. You're terrible. Michelle's father is not Muhammad Ali. Costa Zoo is Tim Zoo's father. If he wants to get the rat tail, that's like tradition, family tradition. Bro, you got Michelle out here faking like he's related to Ali. He literally put it on his trunks. He got to stop, man. He wilding.
Yeah, it was a bit much, right?
Too much. We losing you. We losing. Are you talking into your mic or is this a Trav issue?
No, I'm good. No, it was probably I don't know. I'm hearing static.
Stand by.
Yep. He's addressing it.
Okay. Damn, I lost my train of thought. Tim, I think he would do well with Jamel. I don't think he'd win, but I want to see the fight. I also think that Burchell is done. He looked like a shot fighter. I mean, he was bouncing like, I don't know. He looked shot. Pretty much. Shout out to what's her name? Ebane Bridges or whatever. I saw.
Yeah.
This is the second fight I see from her. She looks like she's not just a pretty face. So, yeah, brother. But that's really all I had, man. And try to get Devin on, man. We wanna hear from him.
Let's go. Who's next?
We have.
Because you don't have it on the.
I have LV Slugger.
LV Slugger. What up? It's not on the board, so I can't see.
Only time y'all see me in Rays is when I turn into the Bronze Mama. I want a body, and he gonna be the body. The ambulance better be ready, the medical better be ready, the referee better be ready. They better have that towel to be able to throw it in.
SDS Promotions.
That's it, right?
LV Slugger.
TBV fellas, what up?
What up?
What up? Yo, man, good news on the Devin Haney, man. I'm glad he was able to get the fight. That they confirmed it, they locked in. So yeah, I'm glad he got the fight. I'm kind of disappointed with, the route he had to go with it. You know what I'm saying? Like you was explaining, I'm not sure the 2.8. I mean, he's getting $3 million from, he's on record. He's getting $3 million for fighting, lesser competition. His biggest fight, he's getting lesser than that. So I just feel like that's wrong how they trying to do him. But I believe in his capabilities and his skill that he'll get it done, man. But I definitely think it's a lot of hate with that. The route he got to go, man. This 3-fight deal. Hopefully, the guarantee goes up as he continues to win. But then you say he got to go back to Australia even if he win the first fight.
Yep.
See what I'm saying? Like it's just a lot of bullshit with that, man. So man, he definitely got a hard task, but I definitely think he can definitely get it done. Hopefully he beat him up enough the first fight to where he don't even want a rematch. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's with the hate, with the people saying he got to take this, take that. I think it's just a lot of hate with that, man. They see the young man, 23, getting the jewelry, buying cars, flashy with it. And, a lot of these people ain't got that. He's young with it and he's doing that. But like you highlighted before, you've been watching him since he's young. Since how long he been boxing? 8. He grinded for this. You know what I'm saying? He put the work in to be able to do this at this age. So you know what I'm saying? So with all the hate and stuff, is that I feel like that's what a lot of that come from, man. But hopefully he, get the job done and buy more jewelry, more cars, and more Instagram models and make them haters even more mad. But on the the nice little weekend of boxing, I enjoyed the I was more looking at the what's the dude Tim Tszyu fight, the Geroge shit. He definitely got a large output, you know what I'm saying? He was able to recover from that first round knockdown, but he definitely looked like he gonna be a little problem with that output, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think he can beat Jamel. But I wouldn't mind the fight. He definitely got a name behind him. But he may be a champion once Jamel leave. You know what I'm saying? Once the belts get, just, once he move up. But yeah, I don't see him being Jamel. But Nakatani definitely, Nakatilia, whatever his name, he definitely made that Shakur. After Shakur beat him, that win definitely looked good. He was able to beat a former champion, Bashir, knock him out. So that win definitely looked good on Shakur's resume. But he was able to get the job done. So I want to see what he can do next in his fight. But man, y'all had a lot of topics, man. I'm not really sure what else y'all hit on. With the usage, yeah, I want to hit on usage. Like, with him, what he doing, man. I really, hope he can get the job done. You know what I'm saying? I think he could. After what he did the first fight, coming from that war, and still trying to get that fight with AJ, man. So I think, man, with like I said, it's a movie, man. I think he really gonna, put on a good display this next fight, man. AJ better be, getting right, because I think Usyk with his people, what they going through, I think he really gonna come to fight, man. But man, what else y'all hit on, man? It was a couple things I wanted, two more, like I forget, two more.
Obviously, the Haney Kambosos, the Gervonta and Floyd responding to him. Shakur is taking less money than Valdez. And then Danny Garcia being offered the Kell Brook fight. Those were the main 4 topics.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully, Tank, and I believe he's a big enough star. Floyd helped him enough. Hopefully he can, get these bigger names after, getting through rolling. I do expect him to get the job done. But
I can't wait for that fight. Actually, I like that fight.
He may face a little adversity. That I think Rolly is maybe the biggest punch he had never faced. But I believe in Tank's skill set the way he's gonna probably get the knockout, give us explosive knockout, man. But yeah, I do want to see him in these bigger names, these bigger fights. So I think after this fight, hopefully we can get that. And Danny, Kell Brook, I wouldn't mind that. Danny, what they gonna fight at the catch weight? Because Danny talking about moving up, so that's probably gonna be at the catch weight. But I feel like that's an entertaining fight. Danny can get back.
I think they'll just do it at 54. I think that's the weight. That's the weight Brook would like to be at. Let's remind everybody that Khan fight was at 49. That was at 149-pound catch weight. So I think that probably will be at the full 154-pound limit.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. That's a straight little fight. Both of them got a big enough name, so they both with Danny moving up too. So I wouldn't mind it. That'll be a nice little fight. But yeah, man, that's really all I got, man. Since hopefully Devin can get through it, and like I said, buy more cars, continue to do what he's doing, more jewelry, keep making the haters mad, man. Like I said, he grinded for it, he worked for it. So stop hating. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's all I got, man.
All right, who's next?
Hold on real quick before y'all go to the next caller. I
gotta cut out.
All right, head out in a second, but let me ask you guys real quick on the Burchell versus how do you say his name? Nakatilia?
Yeah, Nakatilia.
Yeah, Nakatilia. I mean, we see these are 2 different guys that have fought the two gentlemen that are going to fight each other,
Of
right?
course. Burchell coming off the Valdez loss and Nakatila coming off the Stevenson loss.
Yeah, definitely. So that's one of those things where as a fan, you instantly want to do that fight math, even though that never really adds up. Sometimes it does. And you want to say, okay, well, this just shows Nakatilia, was a better fighter. So Shakur should be the better fighter. But I feel like in this instance, maybe it's the inverse of that, because it shows that, I'm seeing people saying that it looks like Valdez took Burchell's soul.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah. Let's remember, I was there. Shakur received a lot of criticism in that Nakatilia fight. Tim Bradley specifically was a name that stood out of being very critical of Shakur and his performance in that fight. Yeah. So then you have Valdez in the Burchell knockout.
And even before the knockout, man, that was a rough fight.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But what I'm going to say, I've been hearing it too, and maybe saying that knockout took too much, right? It took enough out of Burchell to where maybe he won't be the same. And then the same thing with Nakatilia, the way he looked, maybe Shakur was just that good. And people, because let's be real, nobody really knew Nakatilia. He's a police officer in his home country. Nobody really knew him. So I feel that maybe a lot of that criticism was unwarranted for Shakur, because maybe Nakatilia was just that much better than what everybody else in the world knew. People wasn't really too familiar with him. Maybe he was just that good. And it showed last night. We don't really know. I guess we'll be able to see moving forward, but definitely an interesting point, and something that I've heard myself a lot recently is of course that Burchell lost it all in that Valdez fight.
Yeah, he left everything at the table on that one.
People always gonna say that. We'll see.
Yeah. But all right, guys, I got to get some stuff together. I'm leaving on Tuesday for Puerto Rico.
Let's go, champ.
Next time
congratulations again.
I'll be an official island boy, So I'll catch y'all later. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Thanks, Trav.
No problem.
Next time.
See ya.
All right, bro.
Who's next?
Stand by. We got a few people on Blog Talk.
Let me see. Who's that?
Just want to remind everybody that this Friday, April 1st, we're having another one. So it won't be a 2-week wait this time. Another Fight Stars, this time from Aguascalientes, Mexico. We'll be doing the live call here from Las Vegas. So just want to remind everybody.
A lot of treats in store. Actually, we got a production meeting tomorrow.
Okay.
But getting to the next call, I got Matt Bent 100, Kansas City. Matt Bent? Matt Bent? Matt Bent? Matt Bent? All right. K-Boxing in D.C. K-Boxing in D.C. I don't know if they can hear me. Can they hear me? K-Boxing.
Okay.
K-Boxing.
Am I up?
You up?
Tell them you got to turn the YouTube down, champ.
K-Boxing, K-Boxing. All right. I don't know that
they might not be able to hear you.
Yeah, we got a technical difficulty here. No more on Discord?
Oh, we got Hawk on Discord.
Hawk, what up on Discord?
What time is it? What time is it? What time?
Hawk in Maryland.
Tommy, I can knock you out now.
Holy shit. Holy TheBoxingVoice.com.
Great show. Yes. Dan and Brandon. I'm out.
SDS Promotion.
Hawk, you're muted. And he got off.
Alrighty then, we're gonna wrap it up.
We have Mr. PBC.
Mr. PBC. Better get in where you can fit in.
Premier Boxing Champions presents
Mr. PBC, baby.
Anybody think they see some flaws in my game, call out.
Hey, Bud, stop crying, nigga. Join the team.
Al Heyman is a blessing to the sport of boxing.
The sun is shining, the checks stay signing.
Fuck Top Rank. Good job, Al Heyman.
Last time I checked, unification's Trump mandatory.
Because Al Heyman and PBC offered me something bigger. Show me the money. I guess I gotta be like everybody else and saying Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby.
SDS Promotions.
PBC, baby. Yo, what it do, though?
What up?
Shout out to TBV. But yeah, this Mayweather, Tank, and Devin Haney and Kambosos stuff. I mean, it is what it is. I feel like, Floyd has really directed him in a nice way, a respectful way, professional way, built him up to where he needs to be. And if he feels like going somewhere else, hopefully his discipline is what it needs to be, because it wasn't in the beginning. And that's how the world works. If you're ready to put your shoes on, you're ready to work. You ain't. But for Devin Haney, I feel like, this what had to be, the A side gets respect. You got to get respect from the A side. A lot of people called in and said, you got to beat the fighter, which is Josh Taylor. And they had the other dude, they had Josh Taylor winning because he didn't beat him. And the dude did everything he wanted to do, but he didn't beat him, even though he did beat him. I knew this was going to happen. ESPN, they know how to get it done. They know how to get the money on the table. The Zone obviously has issues. The investor had to help him out. Eddie really ain't messing with America like that. That's my call.
All right. Anyone else?
We have Hawk, and we have a few people on Blog Talk. It's working now, that I know for a fact.
Hawk, are you available?
We hear you.
Can y'all hear me?
We do.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Anyway, I don't even want to get into trying to figure it out. What's up, Ness? What's up, Dan?
What's up, bud?
Everybody.
What's up?
I don't know. I've been trying to get this Discord thing to work for me. But as far as what y'all was talking about, man, I'm glad Haney got that fight, bro. I just feel like Haney, when he do get this fight, he need to go out here and box the dude's head off, because it's something about beating a dude's ass for 12 rounds that's better than knocking him out. You can take Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson first fight. That was a good fight, but at the end of it, around the end of it, he basically had beat Mike up. And then that second fight, that's when you saw all that stuff happen, because I figured Mike was seeing it about to go the same way with the boxing. And I just think Devin Haney, don't even worry about knocking him out. Go out there and beat his ass for 12 rounds thoroughly. So when he get that next fight, Kambosos' confidence won't be there. And, just carry like one of them sparring. He done sparred everybody. So don't even go out there with the intent of trying to take him out, because they greased him as far as this deal. That's horrible. Everything you saying, that's just right, but it's a horrible deal. What else y'all talking about? Tim Tszyu. Hey, Ness, I got Tim Tszyu would beat what is his name? The one fighting next week. He fight next week, right?
Lubin?
Yeah. Tim Tszyu. I just you gotta give the other dude his credit. He just was good at surviving. I mean, at one time I thought he was ready to fold. And then he wasn't just surviving though. He was trying to catch him too. But from what I saw, I still think Lubin. When I saw Lubin get hit on top of the head, on the side of the head, his balance just leaves him. I don't have no more confidence in him in the real big fights. Once they get caught, every time he gets caught, he really, really loses balance. It doesn't look good at all. Other than that, he's a good fighter, but he don't take punches well. But what else was y'all talking about?
I mean, Shakur taking less money in that Valdez fight, and then Floyd speaking on Gervonta's comments regarding being a free agent and whatnot.
Oh, okay. As far as Shakur, I got him taking dude out about 5 rounds. He gonna punish him. I was watching Valdez sparring these wild, wide hooks he throw with all his might. Yeah, he gonna get beat up real good. So I got Shakur. And I'm taking short money because that's cool. Shakur's young. He gonna what they doing Haney is different. He just getting all of them getting screwed. But that Haney has got like 3 fights to do to prove, and no rematches for him at all on either side. That's why I say he need to beat the hell out of that boy. And the Floyd Mayweather, I guess Floyd said what he could say. He can't say nothing else. Tank that made it known, and all he could say is all he could do is say that Tank is popular as he is because of what Floyd has done, and ride with that and see where I go. Anybody said anything about that court case? Because I heard Tank's court case was this month.
Nope.
No
No word.
word.
Pretty court case. But TBV, #1, hit that like button, subscribe. I'm out, fam.
All right. Who's next?
We have a few people on Blog Talk if you want to try to ring him again.
Okay, let's see who is there. Mad Bent.
Mad Bent, you hear us?
100.
Hello.
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 We hear you.
All right, man. Yeah. Tim Tszyu, he almost went out like his dad. His dad US debut, he lost on HBO. He got stopped. So when I saw him go down in the first round, I was like, shit. Like father, like son, but he got up and won. I'm happy for Devin. I just hope he beat the ass and move on, and nobody can say shit after you take this raw deal and you screw Kambosos and the rest of them raw dog. Tim Tszyu, Burchell, he's done, but he was done before the Valdez fight. I won money on that fight because I knew Valdez was going to knock him out. And I won money on Nakatani or Nakatilia last night as well.
Nice.
Valdez, Burchell was done before the Valdez fight. That's why Valdez didn't have to take the T because he's, dead man walking. All right, man. TBB for life. Get Rashidi Ellis to fight. Flair will be back. And peace.
All right. Appreciate you calling in. Looks like we got
Champ.
K-Boxing in DC. What up?
Hey, what's up, Ness? So you can hear me now.
I hear you now.
All right, Champ. I'm glad they got the text out the way. TVB, shout out to everybody. I got a few comments here on the Tim Tszyu thing. I hear what some of the people saying, and yeah, Lubin has gotten caught a couple of times, especially in the Charlo one. That was not a good look at all. But to me, that is really, truly the only blemish on Lubin's career, as far as I'm concerned. Somebody still, outside of him getting a rematch and going through that again with Charlo, the rest of these fighters in the 154 class, they're going to have to prove to me that they can handle Lubin. Okay? When he fought Rosario, Lubin showed who he was. And coming up, Lubin showed who he was. And I still believe in Lubin. I'm sorry. And from what I've seen of Tim Tszyu, I see a guy that kind of got, somewhat punching power, maybe looked like a shade. Someone mentioned it during the fight of Triple G, like a smaller Triple G or something. But the way he was dropped, by Goucher, buddy, if he got caught like that by Charlo or any of the top guys in that division, I can't see him really beating. I can't really see him getting by Lubin. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think if he try that slug game with Lubin and he don't catch Lubin early and often, Lubin gonna put him down. That's the way I feel about that. The next topic that you had here, let's see, you had Devin and Shakur. On Devin and Shakur taking short money. Hey, Floyd took short money to get to the top, okay? And in everybody's eyes, Devin and Shakur are supposed to be like, the next big thing. Well, they got a great opportunity now to prove it, okay? And just they showing the growth by taking the short money, all right? That's not a bad idea because they're looking at these guys as stepping stones to get to where they want to be. That's a good thing, all right? And on the tank topic with him, with Floyd Mayweather, you can say you heard it here Ness first, and I done called a few things over the past couple of years since I done linked up with you guys. But I wouldn't be surprised. Who has been the biggest and the loudest mouth when it comes to Tank Davis throughout his whole relationship with the money team and everybody involved with it? Who's always at the head of the press conferences? Yeah, Floyd comes along at fight time and has things to say, but who has been the loudest voice when it comes to having no doubts about who Tank is and he's the future and everything? Leonard Ellaby. And it wouldn't shock me if Tank doesn't re-sign with the money team, and it also wouldn't shock me if he ends up taking Leonard Ellaby with him.
All right. That would be shocking. That would be shocking to take Ellerby from Mayweather Promotions.
Yeah, definitely.
That'll be hard to see, too, because Ellerby, man, I mean, he was a cornerman, and then Floyd made him into a CEO of Mayweather. I don't know how you can turn your back on that.
Yeah, it's almost impossible for me to fathom. Like, I can't see that,
but we've seen crazier things. King Born.
Brooklyn Jew is coming through your town.
Let's get to it.
When you see old dirty bastards in a position like that, then you know they don't get ready to bust your.
I love my TVV, comrades.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
Listen, man.
What?
Goddamn spider crab, goddamn Shao Shane. That's all I need, and I'm good.
SDS Promotions.
King Bone.
I think he left.
What up?
His call dropped.
Oh, what up?
TB comrade. I love my TBV live chat comrades. Let's get to it. Yo, let me tell y'all something, man. You want to battle for cash to see who sons who? Tim Zoo. You heard? He got dropped, but he beat him down. Like you said, he a poor man, Triple G, man. He just didn't have enough meat and potatoes on his behind to get up to 160. You heard? You're a poor man, Triple G, but not as deadly, not as crafty as him. You heard? But like I said, let me get to my man Tank, man. Yo, K-Boxing, I hear you, man. Yo, that be some wild shit on here, man. You can't turn your back, but yo, if you think Tank is the best big thing in boxing, man, go run with him, man. Run with your man. Put your shoes on. Put your Nikes on. Run with him. But we know this Mayweather shit is over, man. We know this Mayweather and Tank shit over. They using Rolly as a sacrifice. They're going to throw him in the volcano. You know what I'm saying? They're going to throw him off the boat, pick him out the whip. But Tank doing his thing. Devin Haney, DHP, the man with all the nice-looking shorties, you heard? Listen, man, I'm with it. Take that short money. Short money always become long money. Take the short to become the long. You got to take the short to become the man in this game. You know what I mean? Yo, Josh Warrington, Kiko, Martinez, yo, man, listen. Ain't nobody on this shit gay, whatever. We all love head, but that was too much head that he was giving the goddamn Kiko. It was all the headbutt shit, man. Thought he was a Van Holyfield in there, dog. You know what I mean? And we know, we love Kiko, but Kiko like 36 on the back nine. You know, Warrington with that high grill and shit, with that high guard. his guard was more high than a seagull tail. You know what I mean? But like I said, listen, the fun man, fun land, Mr. Fun, he coming, yo. He gonna snap Lubin head clean the hell off. I saw that disrespect on that ESPN shit, man. Talking about Lubin the next one, who the next one. Yo, your man, Spider Crab is coming. Get his name right, Dan. He ain't no Dan. He ain't no, in front, he the Spider Crab. He deadly. You heard? He the animal. He the man. He coming at 154. You know what I mean? And let me tell y'all something, man. Lubin gonna get exposed. He got exposed by Charlo. What y'all thought? Because he knocked out Rosario, a man that eat bananas every day, plantains every day. Nobody care about that, man. So listen, let's hype this fight up. Ness, don't diss us. Ness, what's with this Discord? Ness, what's with Discord, man? I'm trying to get on Discord, man. Trying to get it popping and rocking. Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
Just click the link, champ.
I'm a click it. It ain't no more Skype no more, right? You kicked us out the whip on Skype. We understand. Peace.
All right. Who's up next? Looking like J. Will in Ohio. What up?
You know, like I know, you should lie low. Killer, I used to get it in Ohio.
Yeah. What's up, fellas? Danny the Almanac, that's GTO.
What's up, champ?
Let's get it. Let's go.
Let's go,
man. Yeah, man. It's this information about Shakur and the details about Devin Haney's situation, you know, and finalizing the deal with Kambosos. It's kind of pretty interesting to me, man. And to me, it kind of defines a clear difference between like a mentality with a fighter who has confidence in himself and a fighter who does just show that he has confidence in himself. I'm comparing the Charlos. I won't say Charlos, but Jamal compared to somebody like a Devin or a Shakur, because it's like, you know, they know they have. I mean, this is boxing. There's nothing going to be fair. Everybody know what it is. If you don't got the draw, if you don't got the upper hand, you know, you got to kind of get it out the mud a little bit in order to get the upper hand. You know, in order to switch that. You know, Floyd came into situations where he's going to take less money because he knew if I wanted to be that man, I just got to beat the man. I got to suck it up. I can't sit here and wait for shit to be fair. I got to just go ahead and do it. And it's just crazy how you see these younger dudes who, you know, they just get into it. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's not fair, even if it's not ideal, you know what I'm saying? They just doing it to get it done. And to me, that's just a clear difference of a fighter that got confidence in himself and another fighter that don't. The one thing I will still critique Devin about, though, if he talked as much as Bill, and vice versa, Bill talked as much as Devin, he will be more than just an Instagram, you know, thought Thanos. He will actually be, you know, a little bit more popular in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? So, I just don't want him to fall into the same trap as, like, Terrence Crawford, who got real comfortable not speaking. And, you know, in the long term, it ended up hurting him, you know, promotional wise, and him being the star, and him not really able to be, you know, being strong with pay-per-views. Well, so, you know, that would be my one critique to Devin.
You know, I think he does. You know, I feel like he does speak as much as, you know, everybody else. I just think, do you think maybe because he's not maybe shit talking other fighters or talking down on other fighters? You think maybe that could be part of it? Because I feel like he does speak, don't you? You don't feel that way?
Devin or Terrence?
No, Devin.
I mean, he does speak. When he does kind of have, I mean, when he has a mic in his face, he will speak, and he will acknowledge that, you know, these fighters don't want to fight him. But to me, he's not speaking enough. Like, Bill definitely does more speaking than him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think one caller said, I think maybe one of you guys suggested earlier in the show, it was kind of the same thing with Sean and Ken. Like, you know, once their roles kind of reversed, you know, Sean became definitely more popular. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that Devin doesn't talk at all. He definitely does more talking than Terrence. And I'm just saying, I just don't want him to start getting comfortable and saying, okay, I kind of made it to a certain level. Now I can kind of chill and really promote myself. Everything's just going to take care of itself. Like, now Floyd promoted himself. Floyd's still promoting himself. Got no damn reason to. He's still promoting himself. Even at Tank conferences, he's still promoting himself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like these fighters got to realize, like, that's how you become famous. You know, this is not Mexico. You know, if you're a black fighter, you don't have a whole country behind you. You know what I'm saying? So you really got to really sell yourself in a different way. But yeah, man, that's my call though, man. Good show, fellas.
All right, brother. Well, thank you for calling in. That looks like everybody, unless Trav has someone else hiding.
We got Jay Benitez on Discord.
All right, because I cannot see Discord. James Benitez.
Listos pe los chingazos. Listos pe los chingazos.
And it's not going the distance. Either he'll wave the white flag or I'll wave it for him.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
A lot of you live believable lives. It's easy to sit in those seats. It ain't easy to stand up here. Remember that.
Matter of fact, when I smacked his brother in this gym right here, he didn't do anything. All he did was stand there like a big fat pussy.
In your mind, how does that fight go? With me getting my hand raised.
SDS Promotions.
Yo, Nesh.
Yo. You hear me? James.
Oh.
Did we lose him for good?
No, he's there. He can hear us.
James.
But might not be able to reply.
All right. James.
All right, we got Davidion JS.
Davidion.
Davidion.
I'm healthy, strong, and about to knock Earl Spence out in Jesus' name. I'm bringing the whole church.
SDS Promotions.
You win some, you lose some. But you live to fight another day.
I got the whole Christian congregation behind me.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
In Jesus' name.
And we all know God only made one thing perfect, and that's my boxing ring.
Davidion.
How y'all doing?
All good. How about yourself?
I'm good. Yeah, Sunday. It's cool switching over to Discord. It's pretty cool over here, as opposed to Skype. Great fights this weekend. Tim Tszyu, it's cool. He looks so much like his dad.
Yeah. So much.
It's cool. Yep. That's kind of like if you've seen pictures of me in my phone. Right. Yeah, I like that. He's a good fighter though. I feel like we just gotta wait and see. That's the whole point. Like wait and see him fight a Lubin or Fundora. I think he would do good against those guys. He would have to be careful though. Especially with Charlo or Castano. But I think he's where he needs to be. Obviously, he needs to work on some things, but he's a good fighter. I like the way he fights. He kind of just walks you down, almost like Canelo, but a little different. But what's his face? His opponent. I be forgetting people's names, but he was pretty tough though. I thought he was
Terrell Gausha.
Terrell Gausha. Yep, Terrell Gausha. He just never went down. I'm like, damn, because he got hit with some good shots, especially the body work was crazy. I love it when guys go to the body. So, ESPN Top Rank. It was kind of sad to see Miguel Burchell kind of go out on the, had to go to the hospital again. Not as bad this time, but I don't know. He ain't really got it, I guess. But, he's still alive. He could do something else other than boxing, but I don't want to see him in there, really. I mean, unless that's what he has to do. But if you're not in the fight, like, it's pretty dangerous putting him back in there. So I hope I don't see him on no cards fighting, because that's not going to be good. But Rivera, he's pretty good. I do like Joseph Adorno too. But I don't know. For me, it was just good fights. Yeah, I don't know. Good show as always. Good interviews and stuff. Yeah, that's my call.
Appreciate it, champ.
All right, champ, and that looks like everyone.
We got Benitez. Let's try to squeeze him in here. Come on,
James.
Hello, you hear me?
What up?
What's up, Ness, man? What's up, Rainwalk?
What's good?
Hey, first off, hey Ness, man. Hey, I saw you getting in some work today, man. That knocking out the miles and everything, man. So
Trying, man.
I'm trying to get like you, man. So I'm trying to put in all that work, man. So other than that, this weekend's fight, man, I feel like I'm the only person that still believes in Adorno. I hate the stuff that he was talking. If he's even asking another fighter if he should consider retirement, he need to go ahead and retire. I hate the short money. Matter of fact, I really hate the deal that Devin Haney had to take, but I know he had to do to get the fight. There's no way in hell I believe that Lomachenko would have had that same offer. I doubt that seriously that Loma would have had to fight 2 fights in Australia. But that's neither here nor there. Other than that, man, when you get down to Tim Tszyu, man, he looked all right, but I don't think he could beat any of the top guys. Better yet, Ness, what do you like about a Tim Tszyu versus a Jarrett Hurd? You think that'll be a good fight?
I like it. I called for that yesterday.
Yeah, you did.
Absolutely. I think that'll be a good fight for him and everything, so he can actually see if he can actually get another good name, and also, the fact that, hey, if he could beat a Hurd, he may be able to compete. He may be able to shock us and be able to compete with some of the other top guys, I believe. Man, other than that, man, good show, good work as always, man. I ain't gonna hold you, man. Y'all enjoy y'all night in Vegas. I'm out. Peace.
If you're watching this on YouTube, you should be paying attention to YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, come over to the timestamp right now as you're hearing my voice and find this on YouTube. This is the son of Layla Ali that looks exactly like Muhammad Ali. That's her and her son, and her caption is, "I'm still amazed at how my boy looks just like my dad with a sprinkle of my husband too." And here's a picture of her father, Muhammad Ali, and just going back and forth to the father and her son. Man, the resemblance is insane.
Yo, and I actually know her husband, and definitely resembles her husband.
Now, for those of us that joined us on Friday, this is actually what I wanted to show you. Wait. All right. I guess I got to go like this.
What you showing us, champ?
All right. That's not going to work.
Uh-oh.
Let me do it this way.
Uh-oh. I'm kind of intrigued as to what it is.
You're going to laugh. All of you will laugh.
Okay.
All right, Trav. We're ready. Look at our very own Brooklyn. Bro, first of all, how the fuck is she doing that? She's literally really legit surfing. There's nothing pulling her.
Nah, for sure. She's surfing.
But she surfs long enough to drink the drink through the fucking funnel. Surf beer bundle bong and then keep surfing.
Hold on, through the what?
Yeah, because she's surfing, so it's
the
like
bungle bong.
It's
the
like
bungle bong.
It's like a surf beer bong.
Bro, it's a funnel, yeah.
Funnel bong.
Yeah.
But yo, is anybody shocked that she got surfing skills like that? Trav, you ain't think she could surf?
No, I didn't.
You know.
But you know what though? Trav wasn't surprised because Trav already followed her on Instagram.
Yo, but this is a post. Shout out to our audience.
Trav, you weren't here. Her OnlyFans is free, bro. So if you'd like to go subscribe.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to our audience who found this. Check the post date, 2020. So my
October.
man was scrolling for 2 years. Like, yo, Ness, peep this.
Yo, I sure was one. I noticed the date before you mentioned it.
I can't believe she could surf though. That's insane. Shout out to Brooklyn.
Play the soundbite. Play the soundbite, champ.
Brooklyn Benz. She was official, but we gonna try and do something even bigger this time. Yo, Brandon say he sent the new soundbite, but I swear to God, he must don't know that he spelled the name wrong because this says women's intro. Let's see.
Girls think they're so tough.
Yeah.
Then they get whooped.
You've been sending the wrong file, champ. That's GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Don't forget, Friday is going down. If you thought Brooklyn Benz was amazing, wait till you see what we got planned for this Friday evening, live from
Aguascalientes, Mexico.
Let's go, champ. Where can they find you?
I'm co-host Ringwalk Danny on all platforms, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Until the next one, tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Pacific
Standard Time,
9 a.m. Eastern. We're back with another one.
We're back. Yo, my man with the hat said almost here.
Huh?
The dude I bought the hats from?
Oh, yeah.
He said it's almost here. Meanwhile, the shipping has departed from Los Angeles. That shit ain't here yet.
I thought he was dropping it off.
Bruh, every day. But hey, we out.
Arrivederci.